Undoubtedly the most brutal four-wheel drive trip we have ever endured. Constant rain, wind and -degree temperatures created unbelievably tough track conditions, pushing man and machine to the absolute limits. Near uncrossable rivers, massive bog holes and catastrophic car failures. Nothing but sea and ice between you and the bottom of the world. Welcome to the rugged and remote wild west coast of Tasmania. In this movie-length episode, we share our entire trip start to finish. All the best bits, we tackle iconic destinations like the $1,000 track, Climies and Ring River, and battle through four-wheel drive problem after problem after problem. That's without doubt the worst bog hole I've ever done. I've never had that much mud anywhere in my car in my life.
It's still coming.
Proudly supported by Opus, Ultimate 9, Superior Engineering, GME, Thai Gear, and in part by...
So it's currently six in the morning. We're at I think we're in Wodonga. We're just over the Victorian border. Caught up with Alan. He met me at Yass and we cruised on down. But we're at camp. Look at this. Nothing too flash, but I've definitely had worse camps. We gotta get on the road today. Head to the Spirit of Tasmania.
Berto was in charge of getting the big Q bus down to Tasmania, while Demi and I were busy with the house renovations. After meeting up with Alan on the way, next stop was the Spirit of Tasmania to meet up with Laken in the Jeep.
So we've made it to the terminal. We've just caught up with Laken. Hello, Alan. Alan, mate.
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Want to have a look at your boarding passes, please? Just one of you?
Just me, yeah.
And if you just come outside, want to ask you a few questions and have a look at the booth.
Yep.
Any plants, flowers or seeds? Do you have any petrol in the can?
Bloody hell, mate. We got the full check.
You boys get in trouble or what? That guy was behind us. He's pushed in.
Fucking dirty dog. I was going to show you the water coming in.
I put the window up. See the leak? The door's fully shut and I can see light through it on the right angle. I put the window up, it's not even a window, it's just coming straight in the door. I don't know what sort of car you own, Tyler, but you should get a better mechanic. This f***ing bloke sucks.
Well, we made it on the boat.
Oh, this is me.
What did we get? Oh, 4 beds. There we go.
We got dinner.
Dinner.
Tab's on Tyler. He's got to give us a $2,000 tab. Tyler's Laken apparently, because Laken paid for dinner, so you're a good bloke. What do you reckon, mate? Food's good?
No, not bad. Not bad food.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it on the way back.
I've had one margarita so far, so I'll check back when I've had a couple more.
I might have had a couple more.
A couple of margaritas in and the boys were hyped. Meanwhile, Demi, myself and Zeph were in the air from Sydney to Launceston.
How did we sleep, boys?
Great.
Had 1.5 metre swells, felt like we're in a Titanic, boys.
Yeah. We're overseas. We made it.
Boom. Tasmania, mate. Can't wait, that's straight off the iceberg, mate. I can see that place just there. Can you zoom in on that, Tyler? It's a pub. That's where we're going to head right away. Made it to the car. Are you boys out yet?
No, we haven't moved yet.
Look, all the boys are reunited after the big divide.
We met up with the lads in Launceston, spent my life savings on food for the trip. We're very full and loaded up. And then it was time to start heading bush. Busy day, grocery shopping, final preparation, getting everything organised, some last minute drastic shopping for my clothes because we realised it is absolutely freezing, only a few weeks out of winter, apparently a very, very cold time and wet time to come to Tasmania.
We're in Tasmania. I'm in the Jeep by myself and it's been raining since we got here. Just keen to see what happens.
We begin this journey in the northwest of Tassie, just below the town of Burnie. The plan is to get through to Waratah, where the $1,000 track begins, via some back roads we hadn't done before. But with torrential rain soaking the area for weeks, we were unsure whether the rivers were going to be crossable. That's all part of the adventure though, so let's head out there and see.
I don't reckon God I'd get 3 meters out.
Nah, that's looking deep.
That's a raging river.
In you go.
There's no way. I think it's humdinger.
Alright, partner.
I'm sorry with that.
That is actually a look.
I'm nice and dry. Oh yeah, just float away and die.
Your jumper.
Oh, you're going down.
I felt it.
That's not happening. Not even in the river.
I could have told you just by looking how fast.
That is a very obvious no-go in that direction. It's not even close to crossable. So that's a little bit of a disappointing start to the trip because that was our first track and we're not even getting in there. But anyway, it's like late because we had a big day organising everything. It's 10 to 5, so we're just going to go find camp and then come up with a plan from here. So not too far back up from that crossing, we took a side shoot where we had a camp spot marked on our map and we've come down here about 1 kilometre and it's not a bad little spot here in the bush. Someone's made a temporary shelter. What a beautiful place though. It's good to be here in Tassie. The skies aren't too bad at the moment. Hopefully we don't get absolutely drenched this couple of weeks that we are down here, but the weather's showing mostly just rain every day. What's going on, Megan?
Engine lights on, air compressor's not turning on, and
You bought a Jeep.
Promising start to the
we've
trip.
been here for 5 minutes, so we made it.
We haven't even
We
done
made
a
it
track
here.
yet.
We just haven't done much. Headlights work though. Yeah.
Time to get the fire going and set up camp for the night. Did you collect this wood yourself with your bare hands?
Yeah, I cut this into perfect squares.
In Bunnings aisle 7.
Well, I'm not supposed to tell anyone that. This is homegrown.
Beautiful night in the mountains on the Arthur River. We had done some mapping and worked out the best way from here to get through to Waratah, given the river was impassable.
So good morning everyone, I'm Tyler Thompson, this is Tyler Thompson channel. Today we're going to drive up some hills. I've got Zeph, my lovely wife slash not wife, Demi in the car.
Good news, the sun is out today. Packed up camp, we're cruising up out of this area and we're going to wind our way through towards Waratah.
Let me just say, I've woken up, check engine lights on. I'm thinking about just taking a sharp turn off a cliff, you know what I mean? This thing has become the bane of my existence.
We stopped in at Waratah for a final restock and fuel because not too far out of town begins the $1,000 track. Now we're not actually at the start of the track yet, but there's a few ruts here, so we're straight into the action. A few ruts to contend with, but we were eager to get to the Coldstream River, which marks the start of the track and make sure it was crossable.
2025 road walk. Look.
Blue steel, mate.
9.5. If we have problems, we'll go to 8.
Alan's going down to 9.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm a maniac. So if he drives all the obstacles and I don't, we know what happened.
He also has
30K.
31.
Yeah, 31. Here we are at the Coldstream River and the start of the notorious $1,000 track. It's currently sprinkling, but it's been on and off raining all morning. You're going to go for a walk, mate. If we can cross it here, we're hoping we can get out down the other end.
Bit of flow, mate. Bit of flow. They say if you can walk it, you can drive it, and I've barely got 3-foot legs.
So it looks like we can drive it.
Murdo approves.
You ready for a car full of mud? We better start rearranging some stuff. First vehicle across, see how we go.
Here we go. We got it done. Here we go. $1,000 track, Coldstream Great work. Beautiful.
All three vehicles successfully across the river. The first couple of kilometres of the track are all relatively easy going. Plenty of water laying around from the rain, but nothing that will get you bogged. This looks like a first serious looking bog hole.
Yeah.
Hey, lucky we got you just on bog hole walking duties.
Well, you either go this way or you go that way and then drop in over there. My worst nightmare is if I just fall over and like fill up.
So it looks like we got two big exit there's and a side exit here.
I feel like when you're in here, you're not going that way. Like there's heaps of marks to there, and then up here there's nothing.
Basically there's zero chance of driving this one, so we'll get a winch set up.
We got the tread bag. I'm gonna get a tree trunk protector out because we'll just get a winch happening. Tree trunk protector. This one here. Preset this up. Now we are ready. I can just grab his winch. I'll have to winch out with it though, but that's fine. At least this is ready to go.
Here we go, a bit nervous. I'd say we're about to get mud in the car. First mate's job school on the $1,000 track. Big nasty looking bog hole. No good, the GQ is bogged in a bottomless pit of slush. Hook up the winch before she fills with mud. It's just an absolute thick wall of slush. That's brutal. So being first up, I've got the hardest job because I'm clearing all the slush. But I've also got the biggest winch. So it sort of makes sense that I go first. One down, we're about 99 more to go.
This is a big, big mud hole. Tyler just winched out of it. I'm just hoping I don't have to.
Are you ready? You scared?
Let's see if the Jeep can do any better than the Patrol.
Out.
But now we're getting water in.
The slow winch.
Check gauges, sign has come on. That can't be good.
Yep. Stop winching in.
How much mud you get in there?
There's a lot of water in here. Bog hole number one. Kind of a little bit daunting this is. Tyler moved like so much mud. Ridiculous how much mud he just moved out of it. Nose in, get ourselves in, second gear. As soon as we hit a boggy section, just start driving.
Oh my God.
Oh, it stinks. And we have water in. Dirty.
You can see there that front passenger tyre not spinning. Turns out Alan had an issue with his CV, which we are definitely going to want to get sorted before we get too much further.
Alternator dead. Christmas tree. Alternator done.
3 winches and all 3 vehicles through. We'll keep going. Let's keep moving. Shocking surprise, more mud and water. The day was getting on though, and we were on the lookout for a lunch stop and have a bit of a look at the damage to the vehicles so far.
Custom
What do they call those? Louis Vuitton white browns.
brown tinge Tasmanian version.
What else was under the seat?
My towels.
Oh, your Crocs are wet too?
Yeah, I took the
Oh, look in here. Oh shit, if I own this car, I'd be very depressed right now. Just the mud water.
Ow.
I got that on camera. It's first time forward driving or what?
hopefully it's a hub.
Oh, that's definitely not broken. Can you spin the end of the CV?
CV's part.
Popped out, yeah.
This ended up being an ongoing issue on the trip. Alan has chromoly CVs in the front of his 80, but on the driver's side the circlip that holds the CV to the axle kept popping out, causing the CV and axle to come apart, meaning he would lose drive to that wheel. We couldn't work out exactly what was causing it, potentially the diff being bent or some sort of fault with the CV itself.
Make it a bit tighter.
Open that thing a little bit.
Yeah, open it, make it tighter. And then we won't bother putting the circlip on the back end, on the front.
So that's CV fixed for the moment, hopefully.
For the moment.
Nice little lunch spot. Alan's car's fixed. The day's moving on though. We started the track only just after 11 and it's 1:42 already. So probably going to be camping on the track tonight, but we'll see how we go. We've got an assortment of vehicles this trip, which is always cool to see. All three four-wheel drives are twin locked, the Jeep and GQ on 35s and 80 on 37s. Waratah is one of the coldest and wettest places in Tassie. It's just always raining. One of the reasons the conditions on the $1,000 track are so tough. Everything is just constantly soaked and muddy. The track is very tight the whole way. Lots of fallen trees and obstacles to dodge. You are thick in the Tasmanian jungle out here. Whoa, it's pretty rocky and bumpy down in here. Nice little creek here to get across. Bit of depth there.
We're going down some super sketchy rock thing. So much mud everywhere.
Looks scary, but easy peasy.
Come to the next big bog hole, cars, shoot around, and you got a few options with a big ominous looking pit in the middle there. That left line will just be a full send through there.
Alright, I'm up first. This is going to be 50-50 whether I make it or not. Third gear low did the job. Oh, that was a bit deep in there, but that was good. Ooh, some steam coming off her. She went in deep.
Alright, bog hole number 4, 5, I'm not sure. Losing count, they're going to just get endless here. Tyler made it, Jeep made it, and second gear, both lockers on. I just wet everyone.
Hold my chair back, wedge it in. Anyone wants a chair like that? Try gear.
Multi-purpose chair and still.
The one chair for me.
Hey, that's 3 vehicles through.
That's good.
What do you reckon's next?
More mud.
Fuck.
More mud. So I reckon we just like, and we'll get through. Because I think we're about a sixth of the way on new tracks.
Yeah, well, it's still a bit to go.
It's been 4 hours.
Yeah, we're slow
Since
start.
Waratah, since town.
That's alright. That's not bad.
Well, unfortunately, things were not speeding up from here. The next bog hole was a vertical wall all three vehicles had to winch through, and then around the corner was the single worst bog hole I have ever encountered in my life. Our day was about to get interesting.
Ain't happening. Couldn't go back. We're fully stuck. This could be interesting because my alternator is playing up since the first bog hole.
Three winches, 3 vehicles through. Now we're up to this, which we got option 1 and option 2. Both look pretty terrible.
There's no way you're driving that.
Show us.
It's like down to his thigh.
And that's a decent step.
That's a hard route too. You're like,
You're not
yeah,
driving up
it
it.
goes.
It
It
looks
goes.
undercut, yeah.
It goes that far behind it. I reckon that's why that route right there is why that got made.
I reckon we
Let's have a
check
look.
the other one.
Like, I feel like this exit is going to be the worst on both. That's like, I didn't touch the bottom on the next step. It just kept going. And I ran out of fucking leg. You know what they say, little man. The difference between the bottom of this right to the middle is that.
So we're on tips the whole way.
So do we want to check the other one again, or what do we think?
I'm gonna walk that one further. Tell me how close I am.
You're right. You got 100 mil.
I'm just in silt. I'm just like lowering myself.
Keep going. Wouldn't go much more.
I still didn't touch the bottom.
This is where it turns nasty, this track.
All that money you just spent me servicing your car. Come on, buddy. Come on. Longy. See this one?
That one's not a fun.
Clear that up. I was like, no foot. No, it's getting deep. It's getting deep. And stuck. That's like 40 mil, 50 mil of silt. Like, my knees here, right? That's a silt. And then a flat foot.
The whole way.
Who's going first?
This is deep as the other one.
I don't know how this is gonna go.
Oh. Yeah, everything's on the bank.
Well, I try to ease my way in because I'm like car's hard against the bank and I'm just bogged and I'm not even in the bog hole. They'll hook up and start pulling me. This is absolutely wild. It's getting deeper, unhook me. Stressful. We're underwater.
I'll be ready whenever you are. Out.
Brother, I'm filling up. And there's that log at the end of the channel. Bull bar wedged straight into it and the GQ had water pouring in. I'm like full of mud now. We repositioned the winch rope a couple of times, tried to get it to pull up in different angles, but man, it was a struggle.
Unless we'll go really high on that massive thing over there.
Swamp man. Yeah, there's going to be so much water in that boot. Ah, the fridge, the drawers. Oh, no, the dry food storage.
Now, you know what I'm thinking, right? This has two really shit obstacles in it.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that one.
So,
Because I could winch through that easier than winch up that thing.
that's right.
Now it's
Oh, that's what's
You got imagine that he got.
Mate, there was so much water in there.
You can see the high tide mark in my car. So the fridge is fine, but this jaw is like, look at that. Yeah, you can't see that. Hang on. See that? That's mud. Starting like halfway point. Brother, that's disgusting. $1,000 track. Time to go food shopping again. That's without doubt the worst bog hole I've ever done. I've never had that much mud anywhere in my car in my life.
It's still coming.
So I think Lakin in the Jeep is not going to try this one because that winch up out of that root wall there was just terrible. That one over there is just as deep, but it's shorter and it doesn't have the winch wall at the end. Maybe even deeper. I don't know. Is that one deeper in there?
But from here to there,
Yeah, okay.
it's gonna be deep the whole way.
So this one's going to be just as bad, but it won't have the winch wall at the end.
Yeah, but it might just take that long to winch through. That don't matter anyway.
Oh man, what is this place? Good luck to Lakin in the Jeep is all I can say.
Scared. I'm scared. It's gonna be a deep one.
Here goes Lakin.
Right!
That's it, he's stuck.
Fall in!
Did he just die?
Yeah. I can hear water just pouring in.
Dead Jeep in the middle of the deepest bog hole you've ever seen. This was going bad fast. The winch was still pulling on the remaining battery, but with no drive to the tyres, it was going nowhere.
Oh! My bum! My bum! Help me!
Oh, I see it.
Oh, it's so cold. This is a slow recovery. This is a slow recovery. Well, I got that many fucking like alarms going off in here. There's so much water. Oh, it's in my boots. Hello. You want to pass me that for a second? I'll show you something. Check this out. We're in the. It's in my bum's wet.
You can literally hear it trickling in the car and his bum's wet.
Yeah, you heard cold stream went, not a chance.
The best bit about this is
Very small tension.
I have to make his car run after this.
Turn you out that way a little bit.
Eventually it started coming up out of the mud. Berto was able to get it running and he could help drive it.
Look at the high tide mark on the back of it. It's up the cameras.
You caught me on candid camera.
These things aren't even for sitting in there.
Watch this little trick though. Rear end. That's a lot of water.
How long are they for
Dragon plugs there. I'm still.
How are you feeling about this?
Oh, okay. I just don't want to flood everything. That's all.
If this didn't turn off, it probably wouldn't have been so bad.
Yeah, it's because he was sitting there.
Forward now.
I feel it's not good enough.
Just don't even bother.
We'll leave that one for later.
So you've seen both ways, mate. What do you
Both ways,
think?
I'm still torn.
Not
I'm
sure.
still torn now.
Neither were great.
No, neither are a great option. What's your opinion, Berto? We've opted with, if we go this way, swags don't get wet.
If you go that way, swags will get wet.
I think either way, they could get wet, so I'd put them up higher.
Oh no.
Full of water?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's got no battery in it, let it dry and then go.
Got this battery.
Coffee sachets don't matter.
Whose idea was this truck?
2 of 2.
Was mine.
Noodles next, flipping it on it. That's the drainage holes.
It's gonna give it some power.
Give it some power.
Yeah.
hook it up and then I'll just hold the slack.
Well, I just watched 2 cars flood. Food drawers flooded. Our food's all flooded now, isn't it, Lakin? We're all done for.
It's all bad.
It's all bad. So we've taken swags off, all our bedding, all our clothes, chairs, everything out of this car because we're probably just going to flood the car.
That's it.
That's the plan. All right, here we go. Point of no return. I got water coming through my gear stick. I'm just on dips, I can feel it. As soon as that winch grabs me, I think I'll be right. That was wild. Doesn't help, my alternator's cactus too. Losing power. Open the door. Pretty impressed with that. Compared to how everyone else's car went. That's not bad. Utes on top. Utes on top.
Great result for Alan in the 80. Maybe by the third full drive, we were starting to have this bog hole figured out. Right, if your swag was on there,
I would have been underwater.
you've been underwater. That was
It's
rough.
actually not even water, it's just like silt.
Tilt, yeah.
That was rough.
I'm feeling good, all our stuff's dry.
Except for your food.
Yeah, the important stuff, the steak, is in the fridge.
It's 5:30. We've probably got about an hourish of light left this time of year. We're only halfway through the track, so we're probably on the lookout for just pull up on a dry bit of track here somewhere, because I'm not going to do them in the night. Yeah, come.
I don't know. Rest of that somewhere.
Yeah.
The boot is like at his knee. He's like. Well, yeah, just like at an ankle then.
There's nothing the polar man can't do.
It's like that, but up here.
Help me.
Slow, slow. Oh no.
So we haven't found camp yet. We just found another bog hole. Lakin needs to very importantly send a message on Starlink to his work team about the starting work week tomorrow morning. They've walked Starlink out to the middle and now they're bogged out there.
Stop. You need to wiggle your leg a little bit. No! How are you so stuck?
That's the hardest work I've done all day.
You look like a real man right now. You bloody specimen.
Where's your pants been?
I've been giving birth to cows all day.
That's literally what it looks like.
We just popped back up the track about 200-300 meters where there's a little hill and it's flat up here and we're just going to camp on the middle of the track and it is what it is. Hell of a day. We're halfway on the track, so in the morning we're going to be facing that absolute just pit of mud holes and then there'll be more to go. This is a wild adventure. We're going to get a fire going.
Hang on.
Like the sound of that? Where's the saw?
Can you please get the saw?
It's been a long day.
What's the temperature like in?
Oh,
-2.5. Everyone wants to know how I'm staying warm when it's -2. Darche cold mountain, mate. This thing's rated -5, I'm pretty sure. 1400 wide. I got it in a little 1 metre single, but you know, you put your pillow up there, pulls down over your shoulder, warm as a whistle, mate.
How'd everyone enjoy a little trackside camp last night?
The puddle man loved it.
yeah, can't complain.
It is very cold out here. And Alan's got a broken alternator.
An alternator. I've already put hot water on it.
Did it help, or you don't know yet till you start it?
We'll try, and if not, we'll put the new one in and probably destroy that too.
Alan's alternator's not working. Hasn't been working for half a day. We've done a couple of winches now. The battery's getting pretty low, but I want to see if we can make it work before we put a new alternator on it. So, degrees your bastard, mate.
Is that alternator recommended?
Nah, it's not. It's not alternator recommended. But my theory right here is that thing's already stuffed.
Yeah.
So if I don't fix it, I'm not making it any worse. Put a brain on that thing.
How far can you go?
It's puddle man.
Puddle man.
So much shit on it. That's about my hand.
Yeah.
So it's about 1 foot tall. You can tell I was the king of water fights at school, mate. You see that thing? I just emptied that in about 2 seconds. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we could not get the alternator working. The mud had taken it out good. So quick alternator swap before we hit the tracks for the day.
Mate, look at this thing. No wonder it ain't working, mate.
Damn.
And then hear this. Mud, mate. I'm fucking out of legs, mate.
Alan and Berto are just finishing up that alternator now, so that's up, running, charging. They're just packing the car, but we came down to this bog hole a couple hundred metres from camp, the one we were looking at yesterday. Unfortunately, it's still here. Nothing changed. Demi and Zeph are sitting in the car with the heater, trying to get warmed up. And once the others arrive, we're in this, out into that absolute slush pit, and then up, and there's another big one over there, but we think we can get around that one. I don't know how many more mud holes and crap there is to go, but it's going to be a wild day.
It's day 2 on the $1,000 track. We're going to go smash 16 more bog holes.
Ruin another alternator.
Probably ruin another alternator. And then hopefully we're out of this.
Out of there.
Super fun, great track with amazing mossy trees.
Alright, here we go. And we're bog zippy. No water yet. Yep, she's coming in. My feet are filling up. I'd rather not get my boots drenched. We're through.
GQ was through, the Jeep was up next, but Lakin was about to realise he had a serious issue.
Is that not driving?
Yeah.
That ain't driving.
Oh, for sake.
We're in trouble if that ain't driving.
And I'm about.
This is bad news. Hey, Berto. No clutch slipping.
Yeah.
Clutch slipping.
Yeah.
That's, no good. No good there.
I'm in first.
No good. 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 No good.
That's a clutch and oil.
No clutch. Can you do the like truck gear changing thing to
Nah,
get
it's like it's got no grips, like it's full of mud.
No gripping on
It's either clutch is stuck on, which is very unlikely, or clutch is full of mud and it's f***ed. Or he's got no reduction gear, so he's been riding the clutch the whole track.
I have been riding my clutch the whole track.
And
Now.
this kid rides a clutch, eh? What a fucking idiot. Yeah, he's kicked out of the puddle, man.
But if I don't ride the clutch, I go 50 k's down the track. So. Shit.
Well, you're not going any k's down the track now.
You know what's looking real good?
Pop the bonnet and we'll make sure it's got fluid and stuff.
Yeah. I got a bit of brake fluid.
I got some too.
I'll hop under it and
Have a
make sure that it's not like held on.
Lakin just lost his clutch. We're halfway down the $1,000 track and don't know now. That's bad.
Can you get a new one?
You can't change it here. It's not possible. You have to pull the gearbox or the engine out.
It's gonna be a fucking grind out of here.
This is not good.
Not good.
Nah. And we got bad, like our plan is to be out of here lunchtime this Arvo because we got bad weather coming, but that might not be happening, so if we get caught out here in bad weather.
My clutch is stuffed, so I can't drive forward or backwards. So now we're gonna winch and pull and skull drag and drag this thing out of the tracks. Here we go. Now the winch is slipping. Now I have no winch. Good times.
Thankfully, we did manage to get the winch going again. Time to winch and skull drag this Jeep out of here.
There's a feeling, there's a fire, there's a whisper reaching to the choir. Take the leaders and the liars, throw your fears on the funeral pyre. Keep on breathing, don't go under. Keep your ear to the ground, hear the thunder. When the earth quakes and the ground shakes, throw your caution to the wind when the storm breaks.
That's Lakin winch through that bog holey section. Now I gotta try and drive this next section. It's a big bog hole, but we think we can squeeze around the side of it, so I'm gonna aim for that. What do you think about this?
What an adventure.
Lakin don't have much luck in that Jeep.
Surely we have to build him something new. Brand new Jeep for sale. Never been off-roading. DM us.
What happened there, mate? You got to drive again.
Something funny going on?
That'll be good news, but.
Will be good news.
Alright, I'll move my car. See if we can drive him up some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that is bloody good news. By some miracle, the Jeep clutch seemed to come back to life. I'm assuming it must have filled with mud and then it's just got enough out that it's decided to start working again, but don't know. Either way, it's working.
Didn't get enough charge yet.
I'm not the only one.
How fun is this?
Yeah. Lakin's through.
I've now got to go through. This could be interesting. Nearly made it. I could reverse that time, which was good. First gear around this bog hole And then once we get to the little dip, we'll smack her in second and give her a bit of bearings. Beauty, 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 we made it. That was good fun, that one. I like that. It's good fun when you get into bog holes and you can actually reverse and have another go. It's no fun when you get in and you're just on your diffs and you can't do nothing.
Hell yeah, brother.
What's the latest?
Well, I opened the bonnet, I said don't turn it off, and then I said, nah, that thing over there is bubbling, the whole thing's shaking. I said it's already boiling. I've noticed. He said it gets hotter when you turn it, when you don't, like when you leave it idling. So I said turn it off. As soon as we turned it off, cool, I'm flying out of that cap.
What temperature was it at?
While the digital one goes to 120,
It's
and it was
max.
at 120.
Okay.
And
The factory one's red at 120.
the factory one was like 100, and then I said, hey, this is getting a bit hot, and it was like 106, and then a minute later it just went funk.
You really shouldn't be getting too hot going through here, but I suppose we just plowed through still. How much water did you bring?
I've got 5 litres of
I got 70 litres in his car.
So how much water did you bring? You came unprepared.
Legan brought 2 litres of water.
No, I brought Berto, who brought Alan, who brought the
This
water.
isn't the first time Demi's brothers haven't brought water out.
That's what I said to Demi. I was like, you think you would have learned by now?
You're out of here!
I got 5 of like actual Nulon, whatever it is.
You bring the demineralized
Yeah, I
water.
got demineralized water.
Yeah, we're talking now. Yeah.
Look how dust.
This thing runs.
Jeep's broken again. It's boiling, spat-all, it's cooling out, it's made a big mess, boiled over.
So what now?
I don't know.
Not on demineralized water. I bring this from the shed because we figured we're going to need some. I topped it up, we're trying to bleed out all the air, but it's sort of, there's a fair few bubbles coming out, so it could have maybe gone ahead.
Well, we topped it up and we'll just keep on pushing. There's not too much we can do here and we didn't really know what was going on with it. It kept wanting to get hot and it was starting to sound worse by the meter on the track. Anyways, we got more bog holes to tackle. That distributor on that Jeep is not like this big thick mud over the bonnet, so it hit that and went kapow, damn, dead. So now he's sitting in the middle. We gotta try to get him out.
Sake.
Puddle 6,721. Lettery. Hell yeah, brother. In we go. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Huddle man, back at it.
Who wants to get an Airbnb tonight?
Anybody?
Oh, Tony,
Anybody
you
up for that?
gonna sponsor us an Airbnb tonight? Okay. Tony said he'd sponsor us an Airbnb.
Thanks, Tony.
We were closing in on the end of the track. Let's get the hell out of here. We made it. I should have closed my window.
Oh my gosh, there.
Hell yeah.
We're closing in the gap now. I think we're only about 2-3 kilometres from the end of the track and where the Hut and all the rivers are. What happened this time, Lagan?
On to the next saga. I don't know, I was driving it and then like when you stopped, I stopped and put the clutch in and just sat it in neutral and it like just slowly suffocated. It was like...
Yeah, start, you bastard.
I got brake cleaner and degreaser.
And then I turned the key one more time and it spat heaps of smoke out of the snorkel.
The good news is we're getting close to the end.
Pardon? And we're on the hill.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, I'll just drift it down. What do you reckon?
This thing shouldn't have come in here. We were warned.
Yeah, but if we can just get it out without getting towed out, then
It's a victory.
I can say to Timmy, mate, it didn't get stuck. It got out on its own steam.
I smell it, Rick.
Clutch,
Brake cleaner.
overheating, engine dies.
Brake clean. Normal. One. Start, you bastard for me.
Want me to crank it while you do it?
Not fuel.
So what's that mean? It's getting fuel.
Well, adding fuel doesn't make it go, so it's not going to be a fuel issue.
Yeah, if it's
So if
cranking,
it
it's
wasn't
not
getting
battery.
fuel, we go with that, it'd go.
So it's fucked.
Berto eventually got the Jeep running. We still couldn't really work out what was going on with it. I don't know, just Jeep stuff.
I know you're not with him, you want me to drive this thing down, let's just get the out of it.
Jeep is going for the moment, but it's really not happy.
The Jeep's barely running. The accelerator ain't more than one B's banana, it stalls. And it's missing, so off we go. In a big bad Jeep adventure. Featuring the puddle man. Ah, we stall again.
Jeep is fully dead. We are flat towing it, but thankfully we're not too far from the end of the track.
Closing in on the end now, but the track wasn't quite done with us yet.
This might be a winch bog hole. We're nearly there, only a couple hundred metres from the river, but now I've just hit a nasty looking bog hole, so we've got to work out a plan for that. I'm probably going to try and drive across, maybe winch it, and then we'll get the Jeep over after. Made it. That's close.
With the GQ across, we hooked the Jeep up, towed it across, and then it was just Alan in 80 to go.
You guys wouldn't believe it, but we're at another bog hole. Best thing about Tyler being in the front, he's got the biggest diffs, so he clears the way for everyone. Jeep just walked through, didn't even need to be turned on. That's how good it walked through it, just hooked up to a winch.
We made it to the end of the track. Here's the cars, and then here's the creek, so that's a way out over there. And then there's different ways you can go down here, so we've got to work out what way we're going. So we've got to work out what way we're going and what we're doing from here and what's going on.
Some quick mathematical equations and we had a plan.
Zeffy's in the front and seatbelts off in case there's any emergency exiting of the river.
We wanted to go for a swim, didn't we, Zeph?
The rivers are up, but it's not like...
Whoa!
But it's nothing like too dangerous. As you can see here, I'm stuck in the middle of the river and we're not going anywhere. There's a big log here, which we got to try and get across, and that's what's causing me grief. So I'm currently jammed on a log. We've got to winch me to a tree, and then hopefully I can drive down. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm just wondering where the hell the exit is.
Down here somewhere. We're out in the thick of the Tasmanian bloody wilderness. See how it's all rapidy here, it's all very shallow.
Yeah.
We made it to the $1,000 track hut. My gearbox is broken. It is full of mud.
So I got the boys running the winch for me. Reed's not running properly. I turned off because it's sitting here at 110 on the Digi one. God damn, G.
The hardest thing about this is there is a tree that's down in front of the crossing, and it's not big, but all it does is it just hits your chassis and you get stuck. So
I'm gonna wait for Alan, so I want Alan to go across that log. If he has to winch, he can winch over. He can meet me right in front of me. We'll put the snatch strap connected to his car up onto his tray, and if this decides it's gonna die in the middle of this, we'll just hook it on. It's already got the hook straight on the front, and we'll pull down the river together. It's not really a deep river. There's a lot of flow to it. There's a lot of flow. So we're gonna go.
Oh!
I didn't know that was there.
very big hole.
I really only went in that hole until I was at 112 and now I'm at 80, so that's a win.
That's strategic, mate, did that on purpose. And then to the right of that rock or log or whatever it is in front of you, yeah, that's sort of down in the V, like towards where the two water channels are meeting. Yeah, keep following that. You can see it's up here on the bank here, so the crossing's down past us 10 metres, like the exit, just come over towards this bank, yeah.
We've made it to the famous hut.
How'd you go, mate? The Jeep made it here.
I got into it. Sprinkled some of my magic dust in the cave, everyone's car. Boom, we got across. It wasn't easy, but
Any idea what's wrong with it?
it's gonna have some sort of sensor playing up. Fuel pressure or map sensor. I don't know. It's a piece of junk.
It's about 2 o'clock, so we're going to get set up here for
2
the night.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Earliest camp I've ever been to. Are you sure you want to stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have me like, I don't know, doing pull-ups or something.
You can see here from the track, that was that worst bog hole. There's the mud line. So that's why I was up in the boot and went through all the drawers. You can see there it is up my spares box. Right up through there, and it like just leaked in a couple of spots there. If I had a field of mud, I would have been very upset.
It's crazy. I'm so excited to do it again tomorrow.
We're calculating whether we're going to do Wombat tomorrow, the other half, maybe leave the Jeep here and do a round trip. We also have to work out whether we can get across the river over to Wombat yet as well. And this is the other backside. That's this morning's bog hole, and that was yesterday's bog hole. Same over the front, that's this morning's bog hole. We spent the afternoon cleaning some mud out of the drawers and off our food, had a swim in the river and enjoyed this beautiful part of the world after a couple of massive days on the track.
So pretty, yes you do. Times Square can shine as bright as you.
We've emptied out our drawers of all the stuff that's all covered in mud. We're cleaning our drawers in the river, cleaning our stuff, and then we'll put it back in the car. Our drawer is all repacked with all our food stuff. It's not full of mud again.
Oh, he did! Oh, God!
You gonna do that in a minute?
Oh, yeah, but without this on.
I stand by the fire because I've got no power.
Another beautiful, cold, wet, miserable day in Tassie. So it rained through the night last night. I don't think we had a huge amount. Checked the weather, it said maybe about 8 mil through the night, but it's definitely made things wet again. Good for us though, we had this hut. We kept warm and dry in there. Really nice spot here. At the hut, there is a book where everyone writes their stories in it of how they went on the $1,000 track. There's 4-wheel drive 24/7 who were last here before us. And then there we are. So if you come to the hut, you can read all the stories and actually go back a couple of pages in. There's last time we were here. Time to pack up camp and hit the tracks. With bad weather incoming, we had to keep things moving. The river has dropped a fraction since yesterday. It's slightly lower. So this will definitely be crossable. It's just the next one, which we'll have to get to and check as well. But once we're across that one, we're good. We're into Wombat.
Old man can go anywhere.
The Jeep, what's the latest update on it?
So I started this morning. Started better than it's ever started in its life. So what I'm thinking is maybe one of the temperature sensors in it, the one that goes to the computer, is playing a fritz, or something got wet. And it must have thought it was on like either cold start or super hot yesterday, and it ran like shit. Because now that it's cold, it runs good, which yeah, it runs really good currently.
So does that mean we're going to take it on the track today?
Do you want to make it to the Airbnb today?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Here's the question.
So the plan is, I think we're all in agreement. We're going to take the Jeep over the other river and park it there. And then we're going to go do Wombat in the GQ and 80, and then we'll come back and get the Jeep later.
On the easy
way and get the Jeep on the other side of the river. Because it's meant to be heavy rains coming tomorrow.
20 to 40 mil.
Yeah, there's like flood warnings. So we got to make sure we're either side of these rivers this morning. It's only 500 meters and we are at the other river. Cars are there. River's down over here. This is once a bridge that's now gone. So you have to take this one over here, which is the vertical winch wall. Once we get him down and cross the river, up, park on the other side. And then we can safely get him whenever we need to if these rivers come up or whatever happens. So we hooked the 80 up to the back of the Jeep to lower it down. You can potentially drive, well, free fall down this wall, but it's just a real funny angle at the bottom and numerous vehicles have rolled onto their side. So, especially in a short wheel-based vehicle like the Jeep, we weren't risking it. With the Jeep lowered down, it was time to send it across the river. The water was flowing hard. A little bit of sideways float, but he was across. Let's conquer the other river with the GQ and 80. Lagan's car's safely across the other river. Lagan's in our car. Demi and Zeph in the back, and now we got this thing to get across. Hold on up the hill, and we're over the first one.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Woo! We made it.
Second obstacle is big ass log to drive over. Now this is the $1,000 track that I've done before. I've done it with Timmy, so at least I sort of know roughly what's coming up, and I sort of have a few local tips on how to drive each thing. This one you got to send it or you don't make it.
Kickflip. Yeah, it's facing backwards and here's half of it. Dang, that sway bar's busted. We're just gonna remove a sway bar real quick. What do you reckon, mate? Toyota drivers?
I'm thinking maybe we should have left this over the river too. I should have just done it myself.
You wanna go get the Jeep instead?
Yeah, we'll go swap it over. 80 wasn't off to a good start, but it's only a broken sway bar. Pull her out and keep on moving.
Look at that. Look how bent it is.
That's straight as an arrow.
They're meant to be the same angle.
We started the track, we'll call it about 10 o'clock. Last time Timmy and I did it took us 6.5 hours. We're going to try and smash this out because we don't want to be camping on the track tonight in the torrential rain. First bit of a tree to clear. Hopefully there's not too many of these today to slow us down. There was a couple more trees to clear and then we hit the big river crossing. It was bloody charging. And here we are at the Big Dog River. On the other side is the start of Wombat Flats.
How deep it already is.
Yeah, but I think it's that depth the whole way.
Because see how it's like, it's even less rapidy where you are now. It's more rapidy out there, meaning more shallow. But yeah, it's like, it's concerning.
We stood there for a good 20 minutes, debating, calculating and working out a plan. I do want to warn people to take stuff like this very seriously. It can get dangerous and life-threatening fast. We'd been speaking to a lot of locals, using reference points on the banks, the Tasmania Water Hydro website for water levels, watching a bunch of videos of four-wheel drives crossing it, and put a lot of thought into this. And we knew we were right on the limit today. We all made the call for Berto and Alan to go first, mainly due to the fact I had Zeph and Demi in the car, which if a vehicle does start to go, it's going to be a much more dangerous situation.
Oh,
Hey mate, we got the double GoPro.
the double GoPro. I'll let Berto drive. He's driven a few more rivers than I have. I think he'll be right. It looks about the same depth.
Yeah.
It's just the flow.
So, mate, if we start floating, I'll turn around and come back.
Let's do a U-turn.
Yeah.
You ready? All right, here we go. Gravy so far. Pointing upstream. Now we got this. Come on, come on. Phew! Hell yeah!
Oh shit! That was hectic.
Well, it still looks
That got a bit hairy in the end.
Yeah. There's a bit of flow.
It's flow.
Hey? A little bit.
Little. It's right here, there's heaps of power.
Yeah, this last bit.
I want to be over there.
Up there. You want to be up there?
So I'm thinking I'm just going to go high, and then the end bit I'll like drift down with it. But yeah, that's a full-on crossing. So we're going to get a recovery set up. So they got like winch rope at the other end on a tree. I'm going to get my winch rope ready in my window. And if I get caught at that bit, I'm just going to quickly chuck it out. They can hook me on and I'll pull over that last bit. I don't think it's enough to actually full float me sideways down the river.
Do you think Lakin should hold the winch rope out of his window because you'll be steering and going wild?
Eat it. Yeah. How are you feeling about
Well, looking at you, I've been watching your face the whole time and it's not giving me any confidence.
it? So I was going to say, we don't recommend doing this at all. Anything you're watching, don't do it.
We're trained professionals.
Honestly, after seeing what happened to the 80, I was f***ing nervous. This has got to be the most hectic crossing I have ever done. The GQ is heavier than the 80, so it should keep it planted better on the riverbed. Being a wagon, better weight distribution too for crossings like these, but more body for the water to create force against.
Seatbelts off. Are we ready, crew?
Okay. We're ready.
We're not floating, we're not going anywhere, we're just stuck. I think we're stuck on a rock.
When your wheels.
That was stressful.
Jesus Christ.
I was worried for you for a second.
When I was out in the middle,
I was thinking, please, I don't want to run out there.
my heart was racing then.
Yeah, when we got over, I was like, it wasn't too bad. Fucking heart. No. Just we ended up down there.
Yeah. Well, I was like, because I was droning, I was watching you guys on the drone, but I was just watching this being like, you're full sideways and just going nowhere. And I was like, because I was watching the whole time, I was like, oh, it's sketchy, but they're good, they're good. And then you got here and you're stuck, and I was like, does someone need to run out here? What's better?
The same thing happened for you. As soon as you get fully like that, there's too much water pressure.
Yeah.
So you have to stay like just like diagonal and just like crab the whole way. We got it done, but mate.
That was wild.
Beautiful work.
Now we start the official track.
Yeah.
now the fun starts. Okay, here we go. Big bog hole number 1. We got the recovery crew ready and we're on. And we're bogged. And we're hooked up and we're winching. Bit of mud in the car, but not too much.
Bog hole number 1 on Wombat. Second gear, nose are in, and then punch it.
Two vehicles bogged to the chassis in mud and 2 vehicles on the winch. Welcome to the $1,000 track. This was going to be a hell of a day.
Beauty. Got the job done in the end. That's a wild lean. Woo!
Puddle man runs up the hill. The puddle man can. Puddle man. It's pretty wet.
Next obstacle is absolutely massive hill climb. So pulled up at the bottom and we're going to walk it. There's like a lot of bends, a lot of turns. It goes for hundreds of meters and you have to pretty much 3rd or 4th gear low range flat the whole way.
You need to give it some power.
You give it full power.
Yes.
Okay, lockers in, probably 3rd gear low. Hopefully I can get going from here and we'll be into it.
Oh, I see him down there. Oh, he's moving. He's bloody moving. He's done it. I got covered in mud, but he's bloody done it. A minute from top to bottom.
Woo! We're up. Yeesh. That's a wet, slippery and sloppy. Yay. That is good fun.
Righto, big hill climb. It's going to be noisy. Tyler hit it, 3rd gear, low range, and pinned it.
Alright, I'm good when you are, man. Good on you.
Copy, coming.
Alan was into it for the monster hill climb. Unfortunately, this was about to be the beginning of the downfall for the mighty 80.
I let it didn't have enough power.
Yeah, I heard it die in 3rd. See if it'll go from there. The GME XRS is getting a serious workout. This strip's covered in mud and water, but still working, keeping us in communications. It's revving too much in 2nd, you can hear it, it's just roaring its head off and you don't have enough speed, so you're going to have to go 3rd.
Yep, so my temp is through the roof at the moment. It's orange and I'm sliding really fast.
No, your 3-wheel drive, your front left ain't spinning.
Yeah, so it pops up. Temps through the roof. I'm just going to let it sit here for a sec. I'm red.
Copy. I'll let better now.
Yeah, it's very hot. Well, that's disappointing. I was 97 degrees then. I went from 80 to 97 like that. My EGTs were at 530 full boost, 23-pounder boost and 3-wheel drive. That will do it for you.
Alan's had 3 attempts and now he's not spinning front left. What are we thinking?
Maybe he's blown out a hub. He's got chromoly axles, the really strong ones, rated to 40, so I doubt they broke. So we're going to go back, put a dry flange on, so then the next thing that'll break probably will be an axle, but I reckon we go do that, and then we add down to like 6 pound, and then just hope for the best.
We still got a long day. Slick. No hell yeahs. No hell yeah, mate. No hell yeah. God dang.
Alan and Berta had one more attempt in 3-wheel drive and blew the other hub. So now it was 2-wheel drive.
This is a shit spot to work.
I don't think there's much better.
Once the boys got down the bottom, they started work on the 80 to replace both the hubs. Unfortunately, one of the sides had snapped the bolts off inside the hub and was unfixable with the tools we had. And the winch was free spinning on the drum and not working. It was all turning to shit fast.
Yeah, well,
it's a doozy, eh?
if we can fix the winch.
So you're back to 2-wheel drive.
Great.
Yeah, so you fix this one, now you're 3-wheel drive. Can't fix the other side because don't have the right stuff.
I have the drill
Here's
bit.
the drill bit.
And
If we had Lakin's Jeep, we could have the adapter.
We could fix it.
Yeah, we just don't have a drill capable of drilling it.
So now the winch is fixed. You got it locked on the drum, so now we're going to try driving and then do some winching.
Yep.
I'm about to hit this thing. Oh, I'm about to
Yeah, we'll let the green man have a go.
Gosh, this piece of shit, mate. I'm not
And
going to
if
make it any
anything else
further
goes-
than him.
If anything else goes wrong, I know where we're leaving
We're
this.
splitting the bill.
Hell yeah!
I don't know where I put
4 PSI and 3-wheel drive. Let's go, boys.
Winch.
This is a long hill and a long winch all the way to the top. This was going to be a mission.
We're nearly at the top. We're getting there. A lot of winching, a couple small sections where Berto's been able to dry, having problems with the car getting hot on this hill. A lot of winching. This tree marks the end for a wild time. The time trial turn clock start ain't looking good. I think it's nearly 3 o'clock. What do you think about that?
That'd be good fun. It's bad 4-wheel drive. I reckon I could have made it 4-wheel drive 4 pound.
Yeah.
Because I was driving a fair bit of it.
Yeah.
I reckon that extra wheel would have got past all the stuck bits.
That's annoying. Very, very annoying.
Well, that was both vehicles at the top of the climb and we were about 5% into the track. The 80 was in 3-wheel drive and struggling with overheating. With the rain continuing to fall and the rivers rising, going back was not an option. We've got to keep pushing forward.
We're thinking winch off.
This here was a track around a massive fallen tree. With how wet the conditions were, there was just so little grip in the clay. So I was out with a winch to get me around.
Now we're 3-wheel drive. It's going to be really fun to get out of here. So most of this is going to be winching. That's about as far as I'm getting. Go over a little poke and that's about it. This car, bin. Ejecto-cedo car off edge of cliff.
$1,000 tracks when it's very wet, not long off winter, completely different ball game. What are we just up that hill climb, and now we got this absolute slop fest of winching. It's going to be a long afternoon, and then camp, and then long day tomorrow.
From here the track continues up and up. It was both lockers in and full noise in the GQ to make it to the top of each climb. With only 3 tyres spinning, unfortunately Alan was having to winch the 80 to the top of most of them.
Grouse is up that hill, keep on pushing.
So what's the plan?
Plan is, I've just attached Alan to the back of Tyler with a safe recovery rated shackle. Now, I'm going to use a big high mount, pull us both up here. Both cars are going to drive first gear, keep them as much traction to help the winch as they can. And we're going to get to the top because I'm sick of winching. So it's easier to winch one car rather than 2 cars. And it's a bit faster.
On another big hill climb, I got my winch hooked up to Tyler, and then Tyler's just using his winch to pull us. We both didn't make it. My car, I don't know why, but 112 degrees at the moment.
Sounds too much weekend.
We love Tasmania so much.
We're nearly at the top. I'd be able to drive this last bit if I didn't have Alan connected to me, but I'm just going to keep winching both of us. It's just going to be the quickest way on my high mount. What's your thoughts on Wombat Flats?
It's bad. Or just have bad wheels.
Bad wheels.
If the car wasn't, like, if their car wasn't broken,
Bit more fun.
it'd be fun. But the fact that, like, it's nearly impossible to get through a hill without a winching, it's kind of like...
Not good.
The Jeep would have done it.
Easy, mate.
Easy.
It's sitting back there on the other side of the river, just wishing it was here.
Yeah, it was revving for it. That's all I wanted.
Wombat Flats is just obstacle after obstacle the whole way through. It is a very intense track, especially with conditions this wet. You really want to make sure your vehicle is capable and prepared as best it can be. The GQ is running superior engineering suspension in her, and I must say it continues to put up with the punishment and perform flawlessly trip after trip. Well, if we thought we were having a rough time so far, the day was about to get worse. The 80 was about to suffer another major failure.
Oh my god!
That's the day that doesn't end.
Nah.
It's the day that doesn't end.
Oh boy.
Let's have a look.
What happened?
This is on tape. So we were coming up the hill, all high and mighty good as it been. We ran out of grip, traction, so we'll stop in. We let off. Boom! Sounded like a fan went through the radiator. Smoke went. I don't know, you can still see it, mate. It's magic out here. I think it's your fan shroud, maybe if. I don't know. Well, something's hit the shroud because there's a little chip missing out of it up there.
Tasmania is a hellhole.
We've got Tasmania.
Take me back.
I'm me home.
Carla's reversing to here. Got an extension rope. Bit more. Doing the 600th winch recovery in the last 3 hours. I love how we had so much enthusiasm about finishing this track today.
We're smashing out 6 hours. It'd be sweet. It's been 5 hours.
Yeah.
We haven't even hit a quarter.
Yep. What are we doing now?
He's got 0 drive at all, so we're going to winch him. Full pace.
So, winching this car, pulling this car.
Yeah, it's a good day. You heard that Metallica song? The day that never comes. This is the day that never ends.
We had high hopes this morning at 10 AM.
It was too wet to tow him up the hill, so it was a slow pull with a winch. We weren't exactly sure on the damage yet, but the 80 had put the fan into the radiator, dropping the coolant and rendering the car useless. At this point, the plan was to winch him up to the top where it was flat, set up camp, assess the damage, and try work out a plan to get us out of here.
So yeah, we're hoping that if it nicked the radiator, I brought some spares to be able to fix that. We can fix the radiator, but it's going to be hell annoying. So yeah, this is now turned into hell. All driving turned into hell. This car will be the death of me. I am so excited. I'm having so much fun. Tasmania is so fun.
Made it to the top of the hill. What are you thinking, Alan? What's happened to it?
I'm going to pull this shroud off, make sure the fan hasn't gone, because the fan's still alright. So it's just hit the shroud and broke the shroud. We're hoping that it's pushed coolant from the cap.
And that's it, pushed the shroud, which then hit the fan, which then made a big
Can I have someone light?
We were meant to have an Airbnb tonight. That ain't looking good. How you feel about the situation?
Well, we were supposed to have an Airbnb last night where we got a hut. At least we got a hut.
Tonight you get the Tasmanian jungle.
I get pouring rain and literal mud puddles. So, you know, I'm trying to be not high maintenance, but yeah.
And we got real bad weather moving in. There's like flood warnings and that for tomorrow. Which, like, there's no more creeks to cross, but it's just going to be so wet out here.
Amazing.
We're meant to be off it by now. It's not going to plan.
Whenever you say, oh, it won't take too long, it takes like 3 days.
The weather's shit.
The radiator is what?
Yeah, that's our worst nightmare. The radiator is kaput.
Got a hole in it.
No good.
Fixable?
No buenos.
I'll need a new radiator.
Probably fixable.
We'll probably be able to get a little
bit of
crimp on there.
I did bring some steel stick stuff to fix the radiator.
We have putty in our kit, do we?
Yeah.
Radiator by any chance?
Unfortunately, no.
Forgot to pack the radiator.
That would have been real nice if I
The
brought
easiest way to fix one of these is pull it out, and then you cut the tube that's leaking, and then you roll it and you pinch it, and then hopefully they hold pressure.
Leave
I've had
the
to do
cap
this a couple
halfway.
times. Say the puddle man know what's going on.
That always have to be fully cooled down before any of that would happen.
Nah, we're going to pull it out right now.
You got to pull it out now?
Yep.
Right now.
Yep.
Okay.
We're starting.
This is camp.
There's a camp.
Welcome to Camp Mount, whatever the this place is. I'm going to call it Camp Hell. Camp I haven't had lunch.
I concur.
Camp I can't wait for potato bake.
Puddle men are not happy.
We haven't even hit the quarter mark on the track.
No, puddle
Quarter
men.
of the way.
We're not a quarter of the way.
Damn.
This could be like 1 week in
This
hell.
would be a fun track if your car was working.
Yeah, well, I've been
That
having
other
fun.
track sucks ass.
Yeah,
This track,
that's what I mean. This is why like Timmy and all the locals go for this one, because this one's actually fun and like a bit more
I
challenging.
mean, like, you know, it would be fun.
It could be fun.
It could be fun.
But maybe not for us at the moment.
Well, that was us for the night. Camped on the middle of the track, in the mud, freezing cold and pouring rain. First step was to at least try and get a fire going.
Mate, how did you manage to get a fire going in the middle of the Tasmanian rainforest in a monsoon? Special talent.
Puddle men,
The puddle men do anything, I told you. Winch up hills for 3 hours. Fix
One
jeeps.
thing we haven't done.
Walk through rivers.
Made it out of the track when we said we were going to make it out of the track.
We knew we weren't going to make it out. I'm gonna go help Alan pull his radiator out. That's why it's getting hot, mate.
Yeah.
Full of
There
mud.
it is.
Yeah.
I've done two or three fucking.
They're right, you can't fix that. They're right at the bottom.
Unless we smash it with putty.
Unless you smash it with putty.
We're just gonna have to
Cut
smash
those whole rows out.
Cut like that.
And then smash it full of putty. It'll be good.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Well, let's get this up, cut the fucking thing open. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just breaking all the fins out on the ones that are broken. And then what we do is you cut them and you twist them around themselves, hopefully to close it up. I've got the metal putty, and then you smear all the metal putty into the little holes. And then if it still has like a tiny little pinhole drip with the radiator cap, don't twist it on all the way. If you twist it just one little click, it won't pressurize and it won't have a little leak in it. And then that way we can get back on the track and drive out of here.
So hopefully that works, because if that doesn't work, we got to try and figure out how to get a radiator out
Yeah,
here.
we've got to try to get a radiator out here and then sit and wait, and it's probably at least a day for someone to drive it from the road to here,
Yeah.
which is tomorrow's 20 to 40 mils, so I think this is going to work.
Alan got as much repaired as he could for the night. We got the swags and awnings set up, got some rest, ready to face tomorrow. On a positive note though, we did wake up to some morning sunshine.
So Demi and I got the big double Darche swag under the Darche 270 degree awning. And then the boys have got their swags under a little tarp setup they had out off ours. Alan puttied up the radiator a little while ago, so we're just waiting for that to set. Jeff's having the absolute time of his life, playing with all his monster trucks in the mud.
That one and that one so far.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep crimping them until they
Don't do this.
Well, what'd you do? You put a bit of water in and just put
Bit of
pressure?
water and a bit of dishwashing liquid, and then yeah, just blow a bit of air.
Try to
and
create pressure.
it's gonna go out the easiest hole, and that's gonna be the easiest hole because they're blocking this and that. It's not gonna have that much pressure, and a little bubble like that's probably like okay.
It took some time, but the boys kept crimping and adding putty until the leak was pretty much gone.
Radiator's patched. We pressure tested it again quickly on the ground. We didn't get any real bubbles out. We got a little bit on the overflow, so the one that goes to the little reservoir, which is good. And that was with the radiator cap on, so we're just going to crack it. That's cracked now, so it shouldn't build pressure even if it has a small pinhole leak, and it will circulate and keep the motor cool, and then obviously put a new radiator in it later on.
So get us back together and try and get the hell out of this place.
Yep, get us out of this hellhole.
Ready for another day of being the puddle man?
The puddle man's always ready. I needed a good night's sleep after being yesterday's puddle man though.
Radiator back in, filled with water, crank the 80 and hope there is no leaks.
It's not leaking immediately.
Day 4 in the Tasmanian wet, miserable jungle. Alan's car's fixed. Fingers crossed. There is no more dramas today and we're going to get the hell out of here. The bad news is we're only about 15% along the track, so we're pretty much just getting started at this point.
Day 57 in pure bog hole slosh.
Spirits are high, we've had coffee, we've had breakfast.
We're ready.
We're ready to just battle on through the end of this track.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
The sun was shining, spirits were high, we were getting out of here today. But that was going to last all of about 5 minutes.
What's the update on her?
We have this so it's not pressurised, but it's obviously still making pressure. Every time we get on it, up a hill, temperature gets real hot. It's probably done a head or something, but keep on keeping on, mate.
Once we get, at least like the hills are over soon, and then we hit bog holes, I'll keep cooling it down.
Yeah, cooling it down, and then we can get water at that creek.
Yeah, we're not too far from that.
We've got Jerry's, we have that 10 litre water sack too, and a 5 litre thing, so we can get some water. I think we're going to need more water for this in a minute.
Nothing we could do now though, try and ease the 80 as best we could. First goal was to make it to the creek to load up with water.
We just came across this beautiful little creek here in the mountains that you drive along. Zeph's washing his monster trucks. We have filled up all our drinking bottles, carry as much water as we can. And the boys are topping up the radiator. We've got soap in there from when they were testing it, so I think that's causing it to bubble and make it worse. So we've got to try and get that soap oozing out.
Through the creek and straight into a steep hill climb up the other side. The 80 overheating, steam everywhere, but pushing on.
Another winch coming up. The ground is just so sloppy out here at the moment. A lot of these things are around big trees that come down to make tracks. You got like that absolute mush wall there, drop down into this pit and then up another one.
on the winch?
Yeah.
Bogged again. Just so much mud. You definitely want yourself a good winch in here.
What an absolute mess that was. Check out the flex on this thing, bud. The predators, they're gone. They're up in there.
With only 3-wheel drive, Alan had no chance on obstacles like these, so it was out with the winch too. And those weather warnings we had been getting were starting to hit us. The morning sun had long gone and we were getting smashed with heavier rain by the minute.
Is this fun? I feel like this would be like, oh, let's get my 12-volt or 24-volt winch and just, you know, try it out all day. That would be fun. If you had one, you'd be like, yeah.
Meanwhile, the 80 was continually getting hot, even in the wet, freezing conditions, having to constantly stop to fill it with water.
You were saying before, it was dead empty. Poured it in, it was that hot, all the water just goes, you just hear it coming.
We chewed through the creek water quick and resorted to using bog hole water to top it up.
That's no one's finest, mate.
Yeah, this is the second refined batch. It's not quite as good as their real stuff. It's got a bit of grit in it, but the grit's good for blocking holes. So,
What's the theory with the egg?
it boils, it goes, and it'll go through, and then it'll boil and potentially block any little holes.
This is extreme bush mechanics.
Yeah, we're trying to.
You're lucky we don't have peppercorns. We lost half the egg.
Maybe the next time we boil it, we put another egg in before we fill it.
What do we got, mate?
Wrist loan, radiator repair, stop leak.
Formula for 4-cylinder engines.
Yeah, but we put an egg in, so it makes up the extra 2 cylinders.
Worst case
Oh,
scenario.
I've had that thing for years.
yeah, well, today's this day. Oh,
Back from the nav days.
look
That's
at
why
that,
it's a
look at that.
four-cylinder.
Oh. Turn her on.
Turn her on.
Mate, we're gonna be cooking. Woo!
Yeah.
Bang! That's a live action. Never do this at home. We don't condone it.
So we've got an egg, washing up detergent, Tasmanian bog hole water, and stop leak in the 80 radiator. If that ain't gonna fix it, I don't know what will.
Next obstacle is the winch wall. Not even going to try and launch up this thing because you're not making it. No point in trying to be stupid and break stuff. So get the front up and then we'll winch. We're getting there. It's just very technical to get around this tree without wiping out the whole side of your car. We made it. Minimal damage. The bar work mostly held me off. I think the roof rack copped it a little bit and maybe a couple of flares, but wild out here. What do you reckon, mate? It's a bit sloppy.
It's sloppy in here. It's also freezing cold out here now too. It's great.
So you can't continue on the track that way because there's just monster logs down there. There's multiple of them. So that's why they've made this, but it's just a winch wall up the side of the mountain. You drop down the other side. He's on his door.
Took some time, a few repositions of the winch, but we got the 80 through with minimal damage.
Door's looking all good, mate.
Yeah, door's fine. That's why you just got the photo.
You survived.
Survived, mate.
Mate, they've seen worse shit than that, mate.
We touched there.
Yeah, that's a memory right there. There's an track. What do you reckon, mate? Good day to be a Darche.
Now we gotta drop down the other side.
Yeah, slider, I reckon, hopefully. Look at
Get
that.
that on it.
Boom. Hold right, and it should hopefully.
The slider should spin me around.
Hopefully you go up and not down here like that. Yeah, look at that, mate. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna go, it's gonna slide. It's too wet to go on it. You good? Mate, look at that.
Look at those predators.
Predators, mate.
Make a strong suggestion. Come in here with a ute, or if you got a wagon, full bar work the whole way around. Because if I didn't have that, no pedals left on this thing by now.
Beautiful execution. The rear will pivot down. Go slow. You good? Yeah. Get in that rut. Straddle this down. Go slow for the tray. No, you're beautiful. Beautiful, mate. What a man. What a bloody drive, mate.
So I think we're through most of the hills now. We've got bog holes to go. Lots of bog holes. Alan is now two-wheel drive. This side completely obliterated itself.
Rolling down the hill doing
Just
nothing.
rolling. Just
See you
literally
later.
rolling and it went pop.
You still
Yeah,
got...
we planned healthy meals. That's over. so
Yeah.
much.
We're letting go of ourselves out here.
Well, we got some clear skies too. Get the Starlink out and try and book ourselves accommodation, Airbnb, something in Waratah tonight. And we're gonna get there. Don't know, we're just gonna make it there. It's gonna happen. We need to get out of this mud and rain. Everything is drenched. We're on a mission to get out of here. The 80 is in two-wheel drive, but we're going to give it everything we've got. At least the bog holes will help keep it cool.
Head leg fixed it, mate.
The radio stop lead worked.
Yeah, it is, mate.
The radiator stop leak seems to have worked maybe because they're running around 80 now instead of up at 100. Two-wheel drive bog holes don't work that well. Keep on pushing, it was getting incredibly wet out here. A lot of water laying around and tight, tricky sections in the thick rainforest. Not too far up ahead though was the deepest bog hole I've ever encountered. And there was no way around it.
Second. Left. Come back. Go forward a bit. Yeah. Two-wheel drive bend it over again, eh? Alright. Yeah, that way. Forward.
This one, we're fairly sure, is a real bad one. There's no track around it, so we're going to pre-hook up the winch and I'm going to winch through it once I drive into it. Alright, we ready? That's deep, alright. Yep. Brother, we are underwater. We are filling up. Mayday, mayday. Emergency. We have that much water in here. Oh.
Like potentially if we hook a snatch to you, hook you to a tree where you can reach.
You can be.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that then.
This is a deep bog hole. Very, very deep. because I'm in two-wheel drive, we're going to put a snatch strap from me to Tyler, and then Tyler's going to hook to a tree with his winch because he's got a quick winch. We're going to winch and both drive at the same time on Tyler's.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see the situation behind me because I just can't see behind me, so you just tell me when you're ready to go.
Yep, I'm just taking up tension.
You good? He's just nosing in on his winch, so you can just winch and drive.
We are filling up quick. Put it this way, it's at my window.
Alan is through, no time to waste though. Let's keep smashing these bog holes.
Oh, this is good fun. We're in the thick of it now. It's just bog hole after bog hole. It is that wet out here. Everything is just full to the brim.
Righto, two-wheel drive challenge. Let's hit this bad boy. All she wrote, two-wheel drives, third.
Bog hole after bog hole after bog hole. Honestly, we didn't even film half of them. This place is absolutely relentless. But I tell you now, I was absolutely loving it. Having the time of my life, pushing yourself and vehicle in these extreme conditions and environment. And shout out to the GQ, bloody unstoppable that thing, built for places like this.
Come back more. Yep, from now I reckon. Hell yeah. Alan, you're up. Chee. Chee, boy. Chee. Dump third there, if you don't make it, we winch. Winch him. Stay there. I think Alan's really starting to embrace Tasmania.
Yeah. I'm just gonna send it.
Yeah, that is our exact mind frame in a car. Is let's get to the Airbnb and fix whatever breaks on the way.
Yeah.
Next big bog hole. How are you enjoying this track compared to Coldstream?
It's much better.
Way better.
He's a body in Tasmania.
Yeah,
That's how they drive down here. Third gear, clutch jumpies, up stuff. The way you gotta do it two-wheel drive.
So another big bog hole here. This one's a pretty serious one.
Yeah, so you're...
I'll drive that.
Sure.
You good?
I'm eager to run away.
You good? Yeah.
Going ass up.
Righto, we're in for another bog hole, eh? Jump second, two-wheel drive, and see how we go. That was third at like 4.5 grand, so we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. little bump. Hell yeah.
This place is an absolute mess.
Woo! Dang!
That is wild, but we are through.
Let's see how this goes, eh?
Bit more than that, buddy. Come further back than that, buddy. Try from there and we'll winch you. Dang.
God damn!
God dang, that's a bully.
Can't get it. Cannot get it.
Turn the 24 volt on, mate. Hey, Alan, you can't park there. Suck a right, mate. Mate, you really can't park it.
I'm gonna keep trying.
I'm coming. Oh shit. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm here. Alright, stop. Stop. Alan, stop! Yeah, thank you. I'll get Tyler to come back. Back it up, Terry. Back it up, Terry. Keep coming, Terry. Stop! Alan, let it out. Out! Stop!
We've found another bog hole, we're going to hit her. Back her up, back her up, back her up. Yes.
Oh well, bog hole again. Second gear, third gear, no good. Only good thing is, cooled the car right down.
Dang!
Alan was through in the 80 and that was the last bog hole conquered. The rain was getting heavier, but we were starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's get out of here, boys.
Tar Road. We bloody made it. We made it. Mate. We made it.
Oh, I never thought I was getting out of there, eh?
Mate, that was wild.
That was wild.
That was wrong. That was wrong.
It's absolutely pissing down rain. The track's just starting to flood. This is all these flood warnings I talk about. If we're out on that track tonight, man, I'll be so off it. We made it out just in time. So it's about 10-15 minutes right back to Waratah now. We've got an Airbnb booked. We're going to get there, and then tomorrow we're going to go back out and get the Jeep. How happy is everyone to be in civilization?
10 out of 10.
It's a good time.
don't take me back to the bush.
Civilization after 4 nights in the Tasmanian jungle. We got ourselves a bed shower. Look at this bloke, he's already in there, mate. Look at him up on this. Get ourselves a hot shower, good night rest, sleep before we're tomorrow back out the jungle to get the Jeep and try and fix 80. Not GQ though, that thing's still going strong. Nothing wrong with it at all. The 80 but overheating, front end's broken, rear sway bar's broken, front windscreen's cracked, whole thing. I was going to say winter, but it's not even winter. It's just bloody cold. A very wet and cold, miserable spring morning here out on central west Tasmania, Waratah. And we're on a Jeep recovery mission into the bloody $1,000 track.
Previously, the Jeep had been running like crap, turning itself off constantly and a real struggle to get going again. We'd left it at an access point where it wouldn't be too hard to retrieve, so let's head back out and see if we can get it.
Mate, look at that, boys. We bloody made it.
It's still there.
There's
No
a
one's
Jeep
stolen, unfortunately.
over there in the rainforest. We just got one tree to clear and then we're at her. See if she runs. See if this thing runs.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Good, we go.
Started up great, let's get out of here. It seems to run great when it's cold. Unfortunately, once it warms up, not so great.
It's so wet out here, everything is just a river. As soon as the Jeep got hot, it's playing up again. It's been going not too bad, but Berto says it's just cut out. So trying to get it going again.
Once again, the Jeep is dead. Hook it up to the GQ and tow it the rest of the way out. How's this Tassie weather? So wet and cold all the time.
So I can't really get it running at all now, it's just completely playing up. So I'm just towing him out, it sort of runs a bit, stops, runs a bit, stops.
Oh, it sounds like shit too. It sounds like all gurgly and stuff.
We're back in Waratah, mate, and made it back to the Airbnb.
Just. But we got back. couple pull starts and then fought and kicked and bucked the whole way home, but we're here. So now we're going to try and figure out what's wrong with it, if we can get parts before we need to move, which is going to be the hard part, and how to get parts because most of the parts are 2 hours away. It's getting hot, it's running crap. I'm going to check it's got coolant, which full to the brim. So I imagine, see how dirty everything is. That thing and that thing is going to be caked, so I might try my best to wash it out. I know I was also recommended that this coolant sensor leaks coolant through the guts sometimes, but it looks good, so I don't think it's going to be that sensor that's giving us dramas. I think potentially it's got water and fuel, mud in the fuel, and now it's down below a quarter of a tank. It's been playing games, so I'm going to try, see if I can pull this fuel line off, turn the key on, and pump some fuel into it, see if it's clean, dirty, what the deal is.
This is a not too familiar situation for you on trips.
I've seen this a few times.
You like looking at boys hunched over on your car, do you? Yeah. What's it running for now, mate?
It's petrol.
Still if it smells good, smell it. Everyone have a look at that. See the murkiness? Alright, then have a smell of it. You smell that?
Smell like?
Smells not like proper fuel. It's murky, like it's got a bit of muddy water in it.
Smells super
But
big.
there's no water on, like,
Separation.
there's no water separation in it. So I know we got fuel from some janky servo with the arrogant lady at the counter. So maybe she give us like 1 part diesel, 1 part 98. I don't know. Anyway, I think we need to get new fuel. A viscous hub, because that one spat some oil out when we started it.
That might be why it's getting hot.
That's why it's getting hot. And then also,
New one of these things.
yeah, I can try and get one of them.
And what do you find sensors?
I'm pretty sure it's throttle position sensor. doesn't start when it's plugged in. You unplug it, it starts. So it's happened once before. The boys thought it'd be sick to get one from Bunnings. I don't know how good the quality of Bunnings stuff is, but that's not where I buy my car parts. That's where I get my wood and random bits and sorts, but not car parts. So I'm going to make a quick phone call to my mate Ben at Just Lubes in Port Macquarie. He's going to get me some cheap prices and some good deals.
So, perfect. We'll get them sent to Launceston and Rouse is
I've got someone picking parts up.
bringing them out today for the 80, so he can bring some stuff out for the Jeep too.
So we had 3 things to fix on the Jeep. Bad fuel, a sensor that was playing up, and the viscous fan hub was not working, which is why it would be getting hot. We were able to get a new sensor and fresh fuel. Unfortunately, couldn't get a fan hub, so Berto just put some tech screws in it to stop the oil leaking out.
That petrol has had some time to sit and it's turned milky, so that petrol is definitely mostly just water.
Yeah, well, you can.
Demi and I are just trying to hose out the interior of the GQ. We've still got another like 9 days on the road and we've got a car full of mud, so try and make it somewhat clean. Razorback seat covers are a bit dirty, but we'll just be able to pull them off, wash them when we get home. That won't be an issue. And see this too, Razorback now got seat organisers. So I've got one in the car for this trip. There's sort of like different compartments. You can pull them off and sit it where you want and arrange it how you want. It's pretty good, so we keep a lot of our knickknacks, torches, different bits and pieces in there.
Just snacks.
Berto had given the radiator a good flush on the Jeep, and Alan was busy repairing the 80 with a new radiator and hubs for the front.
Octane booster.
Booster up.
Aim of this stuff is to boost the octane. It's pretty self-explanatory. More horsepower, increase octane up to 30 points. That's what we want. Then we just drinking like Alan on a pub tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Some new fuel and see how it goes.
This thing run perfect.
Jeep seemed to be running and working good for now. Alan had the 80 rebuilt and we were ready to hit the tracks the next day.
All 3 cars are fixed. Well, not the GQ because can't stop this thing, but 80 and Jeep are both up, running, working, ready for action. Just outside the town of Waratah is the Magnet track. We've never done this one before, but that is what we're going to be taking on today. So we're just beginning it. See what we find out here, see how we go.
We fixed it. The engine that could just keeps on keeping on. My back. I haven't been in the seat for 2 days, so looking forward to it.
Things were looking good and everyone was excited to be back on the tracks in the sunshine. Unfortunately, this was going to last all of about 5 minutes.
Live in the forest, we found ourselves caught between a GQ and an 80 series. Here is a young bush mechanic we found in the
My first
bush.
time on live television, and I think I'm really doing good.
If you look under here, this is what holds the transmission up, and there's one bolt on the other side holding it up. If the last bolt falls out, the transmission falls out, and then the fan bends on the front, and everything explodes.
My thing is like, surely there has to be some sort of like change of luck at some point of this trip.
Yeah, if we just keep fixing things, at some point stuff
a
stops
brand new
breaking. Our dandelion, it's the last dandelion.
We're gonna try and make something happen with a bunch of bolts that are probably not the right ones.
We had 15 minutes of problem-free cars.
It was
Yeah.
nice though.
That was a new record.
And this track is just a smooth track.
Yeah.
So Berto and Lakin attempted to get the cross member bolted and ratchet strapped back up, because if that gearbox fell out, we were going to be in a world of hurt.
I need you to do me one good favour.
What?
Push as hard as you can.
If
We need to lift this thing up.
It's like having a
I'm
baby.
trying to pull the slack out of it.
It's like having a baby. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Push.
Wait, come with the whole car.
Yeah, just keep pushing.
What do you keep pushing? Just get it done.
Keep pushing.
Oh.
You say you gotta loosen it.
We're all just like, fuck.
Yeah, crank that shit.
Oh, it's going up.
Jeep.
Can't take that bloke anyway.
We have a bag of spare bolts, but none of them are really Jeep suitable. We couldn't make something work, so they ended up ratchet strapping the cross member back up to try and hold that gearbox back up. They're turning around there and heading back out towards town, try and find a welder, and they're just going to weld the cross member on. And Debbie and I are just going to cruise out here, have a bit of a look.
I've never done this magnet mine track before, so a bit of an unknown heading out here, which always makes it exciting. Seemed it hadn't been driven in a while and there was a few logs to clear along the way.
No.
Not too much more happened on that track, just a lot of tree clearing, and I made it through to river crossing here. There's an old collapsed bridge there, but this river is raging. I can't imagine the crossing being a problem. It's only straight through and it's right there. It looks far on the GoPro, but it's only like 1.5 car lengths long, and you can see sort of rocks on that side of it there. I'm sure it'll be fine. There's two options here. Number one is I walk it. Number two is I very, very slowly just sort of nose the car in and see if it dips at all or if it remains shallow, and if it sort of starts to dip, I'll come back out and then I'd have to walk it, but it might just be shallow through it. Zeph's in the front of us just in case there's an emergency.
No dramas across the creek, only a very short crossing. The boys have made it back to the tar, but on the way back into town, all of a sudden the 80 stalled out on the road and started making a horrible knocking noise.
What do we do about that?
The bottom end bearing, it could be a new motor.
Yeah, sounds like that. It's about membrane. I reckon take the rock cover off first.
So what's the plan? Taking the rocket cover off?
Take the rock cover off.
See if it's a valve clearance thing or
And
valve.
So on top of all these, you can't see, but each of these cam lobes is a bucket and a shim, and I want to make sure all the shims are still on top of the buckets. If they're not, then a big snappy noise. If they are, then it's probably going to be the motor. They're all there.
Is that bad?
But
Not good.
not good. Lock him up.
Lock him up.
This is a great time. A very, very great time. So let's find a motor. Put a new motor in it. Exciting. So exciting.
Well, that was that. Very likely the 80 had spun a bottom end bearing and would need the entire motor replaced. The boys were going to get it back to Waratah and try and formulate a plan. Basically, we needed a new motor, a place to put the motor in, and a way to get the 80 there. Demi and I had made it out to the middle of the mountains on the magnet track. Absolutely beautiful spot here, but we had got the news about the 80, so we better keep moving to meet up with the others.
Had some lunch. That was a really nice spot there. And now we're going to start making our way out of the track. We're going to follow the other way out. It's a bit overgrown.
Bit wet.
Magnum Road. It's very wet. We're pretty much just driving down a river here currently. The track is a river. And we are bogged. This is a hell of a track. Definitely an interesting one. There was a little cuts off the river here, but it got very slushy. I sort of came in and just went woof down on that side, so she's buried there in a wall of mud. We're out. That was a bloody mess, that thing.
What happens?
Things with you. It's great.
We keep getting more messages, right?
Not sure what happened here. We didn't film an update, but by some miracle, within an hour, we had managed to find a new motor for the 80 and a shed to swap it not too far away in the town of Rosebery. So we got the 80 there, double checked it hadn't fixed itself somehow. Hadn't fixed itself, time to rip the motor out while the new one is currently getting trailered across Tassie. Mate, plenty of mechanical repairs going down this trip.
I'm just like advisor.
I'm the new birdo apparently.
I'm the advisor for Alan, so he's my little protege. I'm working on him. Needs a bit of work, as you can see. His car isn't quite as nice as ours, but it looks good from the outside.
Don't look on the inside.
And it sounds good.
That's all that matters, isn't it?
And then just to add to the fun, my rear diff is now on the way out, so looks like I didn't escape the repairs either. When we pulled up before, Demi noticed oil dripping out, and I looked under. It was coming from the rear diff from the pinion seal, and then Berta got under. It had a fair bit of play in it, and we took it for a drive, and we noticed that's now started going vroom, vroom, vroom as you're driving. So the mud probably ate out the pinion seal. It's leaked out oil and water and mud and everything that was in there while I was driving. Haven't noticed it quick enough, and now it's half taken out the rear diff. So we're just going to see if we can find a rear diff somewhere around here. We'll just put a new rear diff in. It's only like a, I don't know, 2-3 hour job on a patrol. We just need to find the diff. But in the meantime, that motor is coming out of the 80, and we got another one on the way.
Mate, you got injector lines? Shit!
We can do all that shit while we're here. While it's out like this, you wait.
Cheers. That's coming out of the head gasket.
Would you?
Smell that. Smell that, everyone. I mean, if it gets you home, it gets you home.
We're hoping it works. Just need to pull that one out and put this one in and hope it runs.
If it doesn't run,
that's going to be bad.
That's going to be so devastating.
I know where he lives, so he's going to get a call.
That bonnet will come
out. Here we go.
Yeah, it's moving. Oh,
what do you reckon, mate? She's coming out?
Yeah, she's coming out.
God's motor right here.
We'll lift our car up. Oh, no, there we go. So now I reckon what we do, go under, potentially, under the mother engine mounts, pull the whole engine mount
Pull them out so we can lower this and come forward.
Yeah.
You're an ideas man, better.
Definitely a couple of 180s.
Yeah, these things blow up every trip.
Mate, back when I was at the workshop, this would be a weekly occurrence, 180, mate. Finding my marketplace for $12.
What are these?
These are pink Ugg boots, mate. It's the safest ones. Everyone, they're like high vis.
And then Zeph is here. He's got a blanket, he's got a banana, he's got a fire, and he's got a show. How do you enjoy the trip, Zevy?
He's putting on a drum show.
So the engine's out, the motor. The plan now is just to strip all the stuff off you need.
We need the sump. It's got the turbo drain in it. Alternator, probably be already to the water pump. That intake manifold situation, and the whole exhaust side.
Yeah, whole exhaust.
Flywheel clutch.
Bolt it onto the other one and put it back in.
Bob's your uncle. Off you go, mate.
Yeah, it does.
It just had a sparkle.
I can see the sparkle in it already. Yeah.
Me and Lake bought ourselves pizzas.
What are you guys having?
What are you guys having?
This is a wild full driving camping trip.
Yeah, it was in houses.
So wild.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Some pizza for dinner and then time to pull all the parts off the old motor we will need to chuck on the new one.
That's straight bearing material.
Number 6, we reckon?
What are we looking at, better?
That's bearing material. That one's
5.
Yeah, pull it off and I'll show you. You're joking. Yep. In there's meant to be a bearing, it's not even in it.
A little sleeve on it. Cool.
So the bearings wore out, or it ran out of starved oil, wore away all this material. They normally spin on just like an oil film, and then it got really thin, spun around during the other one, make bad mess, no good. Engine shagged.
So that, when that goes, that takes out the engine. Well, it's definitely confirmed that the 80 did spin a bottom end bearing and that motor is busted. That was us for the night though. Get a good night rest, ready to put the other motor in tomorrow.
Did that make it better though?
Next morning, another lovely rainy, cold day in Tasmania.
That's like sludge.
It is very thick.
It's not sparkly.
What are you thinking, mate?
It's oil, and it doesn't have sparkles in it, so we're one step forward. It's pretty thick though. He must have had that extra juicy 6,000 oil.
So the dead one, which is over there, got fully stripped last night. Here's all the parts off it. The new one brought in, and then all this going back on that. Hopefully she's good.
Sing along.
check the bottom end, all their big end bearings. Make sure they're not shagged or one of them's not close to being shagged so we don't do it again.
So it's not 100% perfect, but it's not bad at all. We don't have to worry about it too much.
It's not about to spin like the other one.
Yeah. A few marks in it. Can't feel anything with my fingernail. They're just visual, like barely scuffs. Normally you feel it with your nail, no good, but...
Keep fitting up all these parts and get the new motor ready to go back in the 80. Also, just want to say a massive thank you to Ray for letting us use his shed, stay at his house and help with this whole ordeal. Saved us big time. We're talking before, and we're just saying this trip has been about as far as you can possibly imagine away from like a relaxing four-wheel driving camping trip. It's just been carnage. It's been good, it's been an adventure, but we're hoping things don't keep going wrong because she's been a wild time.
The parts are pretty much on. Clutch, flywheel, exhaust, turbo's back on, intake's on, boost compensator pump is back on, timing belt's on. We changed all the power steering and the vacuum pump off mine because we knew it was good. I'm just putting injector lines on and I think we are ready to drop back into
the
Darche goes. Yeah. Put it back in and...
Another day in the shed, that's what you got to say.
Another day.
Can you give us 3-star jump?
3-star jump. What? Woo!
Go in and do it. I'm not doing nothing.
Mate, did you think you'd be changing an 80 series motor on a Tassie trip?
Yeah. As soon as he told me he was changing his fuel pump, I was thinking...
We anticipated.
This thing's going to explode. Alright, it's in the bay. I'm done. I'm knocked off.
Oh, look at that oil.
As you've just seen, we've just boiled the vehicle. We've put a whole new engine in that we got for $1,000. Very cheap. We are 50-50 whether it's going to run or not run. If it doesn't run, it's going through his window. If it does run, what a man. What an absolute legend. Till then, let's hook the battery on.
Ow, my head.
Let's see. We're meant to do it on that. I call that good enough.
Doesn't tick.
So what, good news?
It's good enough for now. It's past the initial startup. Still got to pass the fucking flat bickies up the hill for 3 minutes test, and then we'll be torture tested, mate. We'll be done.
We have a running 80 series again. Bloody great news.
Alan's going to keep finalising, putting everything back together on that, and while he's doing that, we're going to start fixing these other two cars. First up the Jeep. Fredo is going to weld the cross member. Because the cross member will be welded on, if you have to change the gearbox or whatever, you have to cut the cross member welds off, but that gets us out of trouble for the moment and can be solved better down the track. It's welded on, it's not coming off. Jeep is fixed, cross member welded back on. Now, time for my car. Apparently in Tasmania it is easier to get a new engine than it is to get a patrol rear diff. I have 4.3s, can't find a 4.3 rear anywhere. Can't even find a front 4.3 because we could have done a high pinion rear with a front diff, but can't find anything. So, but it's just gonna fill it with oil, send it and hope for the best. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. While we're going to also change my gearbox oil because that is full of mud and water. I can feel it.
Look at that, mate. Thought your diff was empty, it was just over full.
With mud oil.
See, look at that, it's full of metal. See the colour that coming out?
Yeah.
We're just gonna put in some new oil.
What's the verdict?
It's got dirty oil in it. It was full of water. I know, we're gonna do not that many Ks. And then worst case, before we head home, mate, we'll pick up a 4.1 for $12.50 because they're everywhere. So we need to get one of these.
It's good, eh?
Yeah.
Just need a longer hose.
Fresh oil in the rear diff and hope for the best. Changed the chocolate milkshake that was in the gearbox and that was the GQ sorted. GQ is as fixed as it can be. We just got to, fingers crossed, this rear diff survives the rest of Tasmania, but that's a wait and see.
Now 80 series nearly back together, and then we'll call that 3 cars fixed. Still got to obviously test drive that thing.
See if she breaks.
Can't see much. Oh, there you go.
Hey.
We're back.
We're back.
Just over 24 hours. So far, so good. She's
So far,
driving.
so good.
We're on the road, which is a good thing. Just going to get some dinner, and then once we have dinner, we'll go back, crash again, and we're ready to hit the road again tomorrow. Big thanks to Ray for helping us with the house, somewhere to stay, somewhere to do the work, tools, everything. And then his mate,
good bloke.
oh, he's been a great bloke. His mate's bringing us parts,
From
oils,
the other side of Tasmania, the whole other side of the continent.
Yeah, met some good people along this trip.
So,
We owe it to them, put it that way.
and that's what this is all about.
Yeah, that's what wheeling is.
Ring River track. The Ring River track is classified extreme grade 4. It contains deep holes and a potentially dangerous river crossing. Welcome to another beautiful, wet, raining, cold, miserable day on the west coast of Tassie. All 3 cars are fixed and currently working, so we hope that they stay that way.
How you feeling about going back on the track?
Hopefully we last more than 10 minutes.
Don't jinx it. How you feeling about the new engine going onto this track?
Well, look, I'm confident. It sounds better than the other one, so we're going to take it easy. Very easy.
H and an H.
And Rocky's on the recycling.
Yes.
Total man back in action.
Green tea extract, I'm healthy. Zero
You're a
sugar,
picture of health, really.
12 calories.
The crew was there down and we were into it. I've done Ring River track a couple of times now and it's always good fun.
Here we go.
Ring River, first endeavour for the 1HZ.
The new motor, the new car.
There is a lot of red clay on this track. With all the rain around, conditions were going to be wet and slippery.
You literally made all the other cars
Yeah,
look pathetic.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
They're all bumping around.
Yeah, no, you just walked it. Like
Walking like
nothing.
it's something.
First proper obstacle, these 2 bog holes.
That one there has not been drivable for a long time. It is just an absolute mess. This one is potentially somewhat drivable, maybe not. And then there is a track around.
We've been through that much mud this trip. I think we're going to choose a couple tracks around here and there. So we're going to go try get this one, which still looks pretty interesting.
All 3 vehicles successfully through. Just around the corner though, we were about to hit the first tough obstacle of the day. A big, long, rutted out hill climb.
Are you ready, Zeffy? We'll give it some power. Let's drag and diffs on that.
Third gear, buddy. Third gear. You have to drive that with passion.
We're close. Just took a couple of guys trying to drag the diffs through. We'll give it a couple more punches and we'll be there, I reckon.
What happened to you?
I'd do one more. If not, I'd winch that tree next to Demi.
One more, no more.
So close, but gonna pull the winch out.
Quick little winch to the top and the GQ is up. Let's see if Alan can do any better in the 80.
How's that, buddy?
Hey, we got it done. You know, would have been nice to drive it, the close. Maybe someone else can show me how it's done.
We got ourselves a rutty hill climb with clay. Hell yeah.
That wheel ain't spinning.
What?
That wheel ain't spinning.
Huh?
Is your locker on?
Left.
Locker on?
Huh?
Wheel ain't spinning, buddy.
Huh?
That wheel ain't spinning.
Just as far as I can.
Get as far as you can and we'll just winch.
Looks like we're gonna have another good time.
3-wheel drive.
So good. So good.
I like how about 20 minutes ago he said he's going to take it easy on that new motor for at least one track.
So we're gonna take it easy. Very easy. Very easy.
Well, I don't know what you guys think, but Alan and I seem to have slightly different definitions on taking it easy on the new motor on the first track. Anyways, he was in 3-wheel drive. Likely the CV had popped out again, like we saw on Coldstream track earlier in the trip, so he was winching to the top.
Both cars winched, so let's see if I can do any better.
More speed.
Shit! Hell yeah!
What a drive by Lakin. Sent that Jeep straight to the top. Alan was still in 3-wheel drive, had aired his tyres right down to 4 psi, and we were going to keep pushing on for the moment. Once you cross the Ring River, you've got a long, steep hill climb up out of the valley.
That's the Ring River crossed. Very off camber in these ruts up around the corner.
GQ is running twin lockers, 4.3 diffs and 63% reductions in the transfer case, which makes it great for a slow, controlled crawl up these groupy hill climbs. With 3-wheel drive, Alan was going to require a bit more send in the 80 to make it up.
As soon as you turn away from straight, you get stuck. You just gotta hit it.
The 3 rigs are up drama free. If you are travelling these tracks, I'd make sure to carry a chainsaw in the group, as it's very common to clear a couple of trees on these dense forest tracks. Wasn't too much further along and we were back on the winch. Some deep ruts that I was diffing out the 35s on.
No good on that one, the ruts are deep, I'm dragging diffs and it's very slippery out here. Someone's been through here on bigger tyres than me. So close. I'll winch this last bit. I'm up. Alan's called out on that first bit. 3-wheel drive special ain't going to do too well through all of this. This is a new obstacle since I was last on the track. Huge tree down, so you got to get around it and soft ruts.
my time to shine. I'm not putting on my front locker because I don't want it to explode.
Don't go skids.
Go skids!
Same result for the Jeep on the first section. Let's see if we can do any better on the second.
You're in my domain. You're in my land.
The Jeep definitely has some advantages in those ruts. Smaller diffs, meaning better diff clearance and lighter vehicle. We are making some ground now on the Ring River track, closing in towards the end.
Beautiful. Tyler done all the clearing for us, which is good.
Pretty fun track this one. We're making our way along and we're not too far off the Montezuma Falls track now, which will take us out to the waterfall. Sort of like a good challenge where you're doing a bit of winching, you're challenging your vehicle, but it's not just like stupid where you're just winching walls and mud and can't drive anything.
Ring River track complete, now we're on the Montezuma Falls track.
From here it's 3 k's on the Montezuma Falls track out to Montezuma Falls itself, which is an absolutely spectacular waterfall, so it's well worth the drive out here to see that. Once you've seen that, you come back to 3 k's and then you either go back out Ring River or continue out Montezuma Falls track. Montezuma Falls is 10 k's, Ring River is 5. Montezuma Falls is much easier, but it's also the world's worst track. It's just so slow and rough and painful, so
few final obstacles on the falls track and we were there. A short walk down to one of the most spectacular waterfalls in Tasmania.
welcome to Montezuma Falls Swinging Bridge. Is that sketchy?
You're moving it. Don't do that. That's not funny.
Is that funny, Zebby? Wow, what a waterfall! Cool swinging bridge to walk across, and then you come around and you're at the bottom here of the... That's a long way up. That is a big waterfall. We're on our way out now. We're just going to take the Montezuma Falls track out because none of the others have done it, so they can suffer. It's absolutely torrential rain. We got about 20 or 30 mil coming through tonight, so we'll get out of here and then try and figure out a plan to survive this weather.
Turns out we would have bigger problems than surviving the rain. The Jeep had decided to shut off and start playing up again.
Another broken Jeep. Gotta get a fuel tank full of water again.
Nah, the belt came on. We're just putting it back on. Yeah, it's on.
Good.
Start it? Start it, yeah.
What happened?
Must be water and you lost steering because the belt came off.
Jeeps, am I right? You want me to start hooking up straps? That's another track, another Jeep towed out of it.
I'm just taking this around the country, towing out of one track at a time. One tow at a time.
This weather's brutal. Another track, another Jeep towed out of the track.
Honestly, we don't even know what's wrong with this thing half the time. If anyone is a Jeep expert, drop a comment on why you think it keeps shutting off, running funny, not wanting to start on the tracks. Maybe something to do with some sort of sensors getting wet? I don't know. Anyways, the GQ was back on tow duties for the rest of the Montezuma track.
Wouldn't that be nice?
So this is Zian's newest jungle campsite. It's the end of the Montezuma Falls track.
We're in the forest.
Yeah, look, we're in the forest.
You've been watching too much, Mac. Pretty comfy. To the Airbnb.
So we got broken Jeep, freezing cold weather, rain, wind. So motel it is tonight. We rolled into Zian about 6:30 and there's about limited options. Pub feed for dinner and a good night's rest. Woke up to horrendous weather again the next morning. On a more positive note though, the Jeep seemed to decide working good again. Just had a bit of a meltdown the afternoon before. Who bloody knows? Anyways, there's no point standing around. The infamous Climies track starts just out of Zian, so we decide to give it a crack. It absolutely bucketed rain all night and howled wind. Slightly better this morning. It's like icy rain, still very windy. But we're out here at Climies track. Don't know how we're going to go with this weather, but we're all the way down in Tasmania, so we're going to give it a crack.
How long can we make it today before the Jeep plays up?
We will place bets.
Put your
Comment down below.
comment down below your
How
time.
long? It's 10:28, and when we have problem, we will put time up again.
We are starting the track at the Zian end at Trial Harbour, and then we'll follow it through. It runs along the coast and heads through towards Granville Harbour.
It's like open plains, big mountain range on one side, and then ocean on the other side. And you're sort of just driving down like a rock pebble driveway. It's actually pretty sick. The transfer case sounds like it's about to explode. My car sounds like it's about to explode. But it's the engine that could, and she keeps on keeping on.
It is 10:45. So whoever guessed, what was it? 2, so that's 10, 15. Whoever guessed 17 minutes, 18 minutes, you win yourself a Jeep. Brand new, perfect, runs amazing, will tour the country only on bitumen.
Make the noise. Hear the noise?
Yeah.
We're gonna check that out.
Why you got a smile on your face?
Because we knew something was gonna happen sooner or later. And if you don't laugh, you cry. This isn't a smile of happiness. This is a smile of disbelief.
I think this thing is loose. There's that little spinny thing.
I'll check it out, mate.
No, I'm making you work for your money, boy.
Making every dollar.
Oh,
workers' comp, workers' comp.
That'd be the one.
You got a bearing?
Just loose.
It's not loose, brother.
It ain't loose,
The
it's
bearing
cooked.
should have been.
Yeah, the bearing's dead.
I swear we have spare bearings. We have an idler bearing. That's a bit sus. Been a bit sus for a couple of days. It's getting pretty sus now. So, the best part about that is we've got one in Sydney. The worst part, we
It's in
don't
Sydney.
have one.
We're not in.
We're not in
We're not in Sydney. And I don't know if anyone's ever been to Tasmania, but you can barely talk to someone at a service station.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have one. We're not going to get one unless we're back in the main town. So we can continue driving this and hope for the best. Or that falls off and then he loses alternator, water pump, power steering.
And we're flat towing.
And then we're flat towing with no power steering.
All I can say is I think the Jeep's by far the worst car in the convoy every single time.
Put it out.
I wouldn't say that.
No.
He had a new engine.
Yeah, I've had a whole motor put in.
That is true. That is true.
That's like
But
the
for
whole thing.
consistency, this one is like a bad boyfriend. Consistently dog shit.
Yeah.
We made the call to just send it. If the bearing completely explodes, we will tow it out of here like we have every other track anyway. It is what it is. Climies is a good fun track. A few challenges in there, but nothing too extreme. Well, apart from maybe the waterfall, which isn't super technical, but just severe consequence if you get it wrong. But I'll show you that when we get there shortly. Other than the waterfall, it's mostly a mixture of rocks and ruts with a couple of muddy sections and plenty of great views along the way.
Ooh. There's a massive collapse in the track there.
biggest washout you've ever seen in your life, so people have made a track up the side of the mountain around it. That went ugly real quick. So Lakin can't get up there, and as I came round it sort of slid down and I'm just in a wall of mud down there. So I gotta try and come backwards or push forwards through it. I just go slow at the moment, and then if I don't bury myself.
I don't think it's happening, but oh yes, it was.
Let's try third gear, get this out.
You're just sort of digging a trench.
I'm bogged.
Best course of action was to get Alan up behind the GQ, recover me backwards and reassess the situation.
Oh, we found a way out of here. It is a vertical bank though. And there's the back down. That's me through.
The Jeep and 80 followed along behind, no issues. As to be expected though, dropping down the valley, we had a steep climb back out the other side.
Up out the other side here. This is a pretty hectic section, this one. Massive holes and ruts that have been eroded out on the side of the hill here. But I'll put both lockers in, first gear low, and see what the GQ can do to crawl its way up.
You're on your dip. Hard.
Yeah, just go winch. Winch. Winch, please. I was close maybe, I don't exactly know, but I can't really see what's going on, but I'm caught up here in this last rut. But we'll just pop me up out on the winch.
Let's see if Lakin can get it done in the Jeep.
Keep going. Now roll back a smidge. We're going forward now. He's losing the front past that rock.
That was a solid effort by Lakin. He got to the same spot I did. That rear diff's just buried on the rock mud there. It's very hard to pick the line you want to pick in there. It just takes you where it wants to take you. It's too slippery.
Locker on? Yeah, just now. It'll go up, just up there.
Exact same result for the 80 series. Just can't get past that hole there. It's too hard to climb up out of it or find a way around it, and the rear drivers are just falling in and burying diffs. So I winch him up and then keep going.
There is a side track around that section if you are coming to Climies and don't want to do it. But we set up our vehicles for those tough sections and love the challenge.
Man.
Good bit of fun, made that up that one.
Hey! You're doing good. Keep going. Yep, beautiful. Stop. Go back a smidge. Just like that. Just like that, baby. Chee-oo! Can I get her? Chee-oo!
The Tassie wild weather was back. This was most of the day. 1 minute the sun would be out, the next minute it would be torrential rain. We're going to keep on pushing forward though. We are closing in on the infamous Climies waterfall.
Yeah, you're right.
Here we are, the big obstacle on Climies track, Climies waterfall.
Yeah, steady as you go. You good? Look at that. Bloody nothing, mate.
I sort of forgot to talk there. You always get, it's honestly not that bad, but you get on the obstacle and then you're looking at the Wild West ocean and cliff face out up there and you're like, all of a sudden you're like, ooh. But yeah, it's up, no issues.
Well, this is about to be one hell of a ride. The waterfall on Climies. I was looking at the left line, but it's way steeper than you think in person. Hey, I'm just going to go the normal conventional line. Scary.
You good? Keep driving.
Hell yeah! That was scary. That's actually hell scary. Hell yeah! Alright, so if you've never done it and you watched this on TV or you've watched anybody drive this on TV like myself and you go, that doesn't look that bad. It's a hell of a lot worse than you think because you are literally leaning really hard to that cliff edge. I'm glad I did that. Oh my god, that was scary. I feel so good. Hell yeah! Now it's Berto's turn.
Like and said, I'm not driving that. You can drive it. I've never done it, so I'm gonna do it. That was a bit scary because of the angle, but that was easy. I turned the locker off just so I could get the right angle, hit the rear bar a bit, and I just kept cruising. And then once I knew I got past that point, just locker on, hard left. We're good to go.
I said to the GoPro, I was like, if you've never been here,
It's scary because of the edge.
yeah,
but
it's just the edge. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
like not bad.
I locked the front sway bar in.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise,
it
you
was-
would have.
Yeah,
Tyler lifted a little wheel.
yeah.
Well, that was the Climies waterfall conquered. Always a daunting obstacle, so a great feeling once you've ticked it off. That great feeling lasted about 2 minutes, as the Jeep idle bearing completely exploded off about 2 minutes up the track.
Guess what, guys? The Jeep stopped working again.
Shocking.
Shocking revelations, everyone.
So spat the idler pulley shit itself, spat the belt. Try to put it back on, but just spat it straight back off instantly. So it means no alternator, no water pump, no power steering. So you can't run the car. The most annoying part is we're literally right in the middle of Climies. Like, we just finished the waterfall, the halfway point. So now we got to dead tow this car the whole way out of Climies. I love that. We've got a pretty full-on descent down here, down through a little gully. So what we've done is just unhooked the Jeep and it can run down, or at least it'll have brakes and some sort of capabilities then. It just can't run for very long because without a water pump it'll overheat, and it'll obviously have no power steering either. But it's probably the safer thing to do for small sections like this. But I said went from 70-ish to 106, just in that very short section of driving. So he ain't gonna have very long of driving in those short sections. Got a really cool rocky creek crossing here. That's the end of Climies track, another one ticked off. Another track that we towed the Jeep out of. How'd you like it, mate? Happy with the Jeep's performance?
Another track down and another track towed out of.
From where Climies finishes, you aren't too far from Granville Harbour, where there is some nice coastal camping spots. So we figured we would head there for the night and work out a plan for this Jeep.
That's our little Tassie camp set up. So we're running the Darche 270-degree awning. We've got the Darche double swag, and then we use these tie gear pegs and straps to secure the awning when you got windy conditions like this, so the thing doesn't fold itself over the car. But all this tie gear stuff's really good. Up on the roof too, we got the tie gear straps to tie our things on the roof. I still got half the bloody $1,000 track up here on my roof. And the boys have got the Darche 3x3 outpost gazebo, and their swag's underneath it.
Camp was set up, fire going, and we were bunkered down for the night. It's a rugged coastline, this one, commonly very windy, but still a beautiful place.
Sun's on its final moments over there for the day. The Wild West Coast is being the Wild West Coast. Got the fires going down there. Good to be out here in a little, even though the weather's kind of half brutal, at least we got some bit of sunshine. It's good to be out here in the Tasmanian wilderness. Do you like it, Zeffy?
Yes, but we don't always down this hill, this sandy hill, and this dirty hill, and that sand hill.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You go, I'll film you, then I'll do mine. Another day on the wild west coast of Tassie, a brutal night of wind, very windy, rain, freezing cold conditions. We woke up this morning, packed up camp, and we're getting out of here back towards Granville, towing the Jeep out.
We made it back to Zion and started trying to source a new bearing or a whole idler pulley for the Jeep.
So that's the idler pulley, and then the bearing inside it is broken. It's not meant to move around and do that. We're back in Zeehan. We're just checking around the shops here, making some phone calls to Queenstown and different areas. See if we don't think we can get the idler pulley, but apparently a VN Commodore one will work as well. So we're seeing if we can find one of them, or we're seeing if we can find a bearing that goes in it, and then we'll just replace the bearing out if we can find a press. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get this sorted as quick as possible.
We ended up finding a bearing in Burnie, so Lakin and Berto took the GQ for a parts mission to grab the bearing. Got it in the Jeep and got her up and running again.
Ready? Snap!
Don't do that.
This whole ordeal ended up taking the whole day, so we grabbed an Airbnb in Zeehan for the night to try survive the wild Tasmanian weather. Caught up with the crew from King Chrome Build Wars who had just arrived in Tassie too. That was our Tassie adventure coming to an end. Without a doubt, the most brutal four-wheel drive and camping trip we have ever done. Just with a combo of the horrendous weather and constant broken cars. We made the drive back to Launceston to Timmy's as I had to swap my rear diff out before the big drive home. We've got all three cars going. Miraculously made the drive into Launceston without blowing up a single part. And I've come to Timmy's to try and sort out this rear diff of mine, which is getting louder and louder by the day. And Berto and the others are in town in Launceston getting diffs for it, because we have to swap out the diff. What's your verdict on it, Timmy?
Yeah, look, I don't reckon it would have made the trek back to Port Macquarie, that's for sure.
No, this GQ survived the whole trip, but to run out of time with this diff.
Yeah, that's nasty. You were doing the right thing to take it out, for sure.
So Timmy and I are going to get this diff pulled out, investigate it, and then Humberto will hopefully be here soon with the new diff. We're going to get this diff sorted, the Savo, and then we're pretty much out of time on this trip. We had one more day tomorrow, but yeah, we're not going to have time to do anything now. The cars just keep breaking and the weather is just still out of control down here. Cold, raining, windy every single day. So we'll get this fixed up and it's going to be the end of our Tassie adventure.
So what's happened is this pinion seal has let go. It's all dinted, so something may have taken it out, and then once that's let go, it's allowed water and mud and that in here, which then would have ate out that pinion bearing down in there. So the plan was to use this locker and put it in the diff that Berto is bringing, but that is not going to work. Because the carrier bearing fell apart when we pulled off this, it's obviously gone through, got too hot and warped this and killed the bearing. And we need to get this back together tonight. Shops are closed to get a new carrier bearing, so we're just gonna have to shove the new 4.1 diff in that I am getting, and then we'll have to pull it back out and put the locker in with fresh bearings when we get home. And we're also going to rebuild the front as well with a 4.1 diff, because I did have 4.3s and now I'm changing to 4.1s just because they're so much easier to find when you get in these predicaments. We couldn't find a 4.3 anywhere. And my car revs a bit too hard on the road, highway driving. I ideally want it to rev a bit lower. And I've got reductions, so it goes like so slow off-road anyway. So 4.1 diffs with reductions will be good for me. Anyways, Berto should be here soon. He'll bang that new diff in. We'll give the car a bit of a once-over, get it ready for the ferry and the big drive home. So Berto's putting that rear diff in, and then while he's putting the rear diff in, see this? Hang on. Cut. The wheel bearing's loose, alright? So I'm pulling it apart, we'll tighten it up.
My name's Lincoln and I drive a Jeep. I got a light on my head because I'm a dickhead. Oh no, rocking me. I think that'll do ya. You doing yoga? This is so fun. Come do it. I would not recommend doing that. Luckily we only did it for 500 meters.
In an emergency.
In an emergency situation. Fully qualified trained personnel. Only do it if you're a trained professional.
Yeah, I'll try this at home.
I am
seeing softer details.
If we do not take any responsibility for anyone doing anything like that, and
Terms and conditions apply.
we will not be held accountable. Thank you.
Yeah, that was pretty good.